fucking shows. There we go.
Whoa.
Jesus fucking Christ.
We made it.
Something's going on with the computer.
Somebody dropped a weight and it just shut everything off.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Thoughts from the Movies.
Welcome.
Zach, where are we live from today?
Today, Thoughts from the Movies is brought to you live from the Union Fitness Studios. Located on the North Shore of Pittsburgh, Union Fitness is more than a traditional gym. It is a place where you can transform yourself inside and out, with a variety of classes based around your fitness, yoga, strength, and performance training. At Union Fitness, they believe that it is their duty to uphold themselves and their clients to a higher standard. They practice what they preach and uphold the values that make Union Fitness a community that is fantastic. Go to Union Fitness today to sign up for a consultation. Through Union, there is strength.
Did a little freelancing on that one.
Nice.
Well, it just ends.
Solid.
It just ends. It's not me.
Justin. Hitch.
Yeah.
Justin,
Josh.
what movie are we watching today?
We're watching, this might be one of my favorite movies of all time. And I've said this in job interviews when they say, what are some of your favorite movies? I have listed this movie in there. And it's Hitch. It's Will Smith's 2005 romantic comedy when he was at the height of his Will Smithness. Big Will was truly Big Will still.
Big Will.
And this came out right in the peak of all that. And it's Hitch, which I love to death. I think it's a great, fun, romantic movie in a lot of ways. And I know you like it a lot, Josh.
Love it.
And Zach has never seen Hitch before the whole way through.
I have now.
Thanks to this show. He
Thanks,
has
Zach.
now.
Hey,
Back to you.
do what I can.
Thanks, Ollie. It's going to rain.
Yeah. But no, this is a movie I try to watch at least once a year just because
same.
I love it so much.
Same.
Cool. I would love to start off with a hot take from Zach, just because you have never seen it and you finally sat down and watched it the whole way through. Yesterday or this weekend? Did you watch it on Valentine's Day?
I watched it 4 hours before I showed up here.
Nice. So fresh
Fantastic.
in
I wanted it
mind.
to be fresh. I wanted it to be fresh.
Yeah. All right, hot take real quick. What'd you think? What was your gut reaction after just sitting through this?
I absolutely hated it.
Really?
No, it was fantastic. It was great.
You can't do that to me, man. I believed you there for a second.
Yeah, no, it was great. I loved it. Probably, like I was saying earlier before we started the show, that I haven't watched a Will Smith movie that I haven't already seen in probably like 5 to 7 years. So this was the first time watching a Will Smith movie.
It's like finding a new album from a band that you love all their shit and you just hadn't heard that album yet.
Yeah.
But it's from their heyday.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Yeah.
It's the fun part of it.
Love that.
That's fantastic. Yeah, it was great. I loved it.
And it's crazy because Will Smith's movies all are like so big and well known. I mean, not excluding the last 5 or 10 years, but for a long stretch there was they were all massive, and including this one, which was a big success. But yeah, that you truly found one of those big ones that it's like, how did I not see that before?
Right.
Which is
how
great.
did I never listen to Zeppelin 3 before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
That's
Did
where
you
it's
watch
at.
it with a lady friend or by yourself?
by myself,
Okay.
so I
Nice.
could really get in my feels.
Yeah.
It's it is awesome movie. It is awesome movie. I watch this movie every time, and every time I'm still like at the end like, go get her, Will, or like, oh no, Kevin James. Like I'm always at the end of the movie like I feel exactly how the director wants me to feel at the end of it, and that there's only a few movies that do that for me, and this is one of them.
Yeah.
Another one.
Uh-oh.
P.S. I love you.
Of course.
Woo!
That was like a record for how long we made it without you mentioning P.S. I love you there.
Seriously.
A whole 4 minutes.
You gotta clock that one in.
No, agreed though. It's great in so many ways, and I'm excited to talk about it tonight.
Yeah, definitely. The topics we have for you, our favorite moments from the movie, better or worse than. Justin has compiled a list of rom-coms from the same era, and then top 5 love interests if we were casting a rom-com. Then movie quotes and trivia, and finally overrated, underrated. Justin, give them a little taste of what the idea of movie quotes and trivia is, so that they know to stick around for this brand new segment that you have developed.
Wow. Yes. I love the
Woo!
energy. I feel like
New
I'm on
segment
guts.
alert. Woo woo.
Yeah, we need like the ham horn or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's a duck whistle.
Yeah, we need
on
the
the table.
soundboard. Yeah, movie quote trivia. This is One that I was thinking of trying out this time, because we're always looking for new games to play or new activities to do with the group here and the people in the chat. So what we've done, because Hitch is a movie about, Will Smith is a dating coach. He's the date doctor, and he gives Kevin James advice on how to woo over, this girl that he likes. So there's a lot of great pieces of advice in the movie. So what I did is I pulled a list of about a dozen pieces of advice, of romantic and dating advice from other movies from out in the spectrum. And you guys and people in the chat are going to try to guess which movie each piece of advice is from.
Yeah, chat. Yeah. When we get to this, just hammer it. It's okay if you beat us to it. Just hammer it.
Yeah, and we have a very broad. We have R-rated teen comedies. We have classic romance. We have everything in there. So it's going to be a fun one.
How much of Hitch, dating advice wise, do you think is legitimately good advice? I'm looking at you, baby blues. Well, you both have blue eyes. I can't say that.
What's so interesting, because I want to say a lot, because what I think is such a great part of this movie and why it's such a fun and enjoyable film is that it really is about love and romance, right? And it's about winning the girl over by being a good person and making her fall in love with you. It's not like Wedding Crashers where you're just trying to bang all these chicks and then you fall in love, right? This is like how the opening line is,
Zach's like, well, depends on what you're really hoping for.
Well, yeah, but no, the opening line is about sweeping a woman off her feet, right? I mean, the whole movie is truly about romance, and I love that about this movie. So it has a more genuine feel, I think, than a lot of other movies. Okay. And there, I think, a lot of the advice is pretty solid because it's genuine.
Okay. Zach?
I've never been in an intimate relationship with a woman.
Oh.
I've never talked to girls in my life, so it's hard for me to say.
Okay.
But it seems solid.
It worked in the movie.
It worked in the movie, and we know that means it works in real life.
Yeah, I took notes.
Okay.
I took notes if I ever encounter a female.
Okay, perfect. Good to know. I think this movie came out when we were 15. We were all 15, 14, whatever.
Oh fuck, yeah.
Yeah. So I think there was, and I remember seeing it pretty shortly after it came out. Maybe even saw it in theaters, to be honest. Maybe saw it on a date. Now that I'm really thinking about it.
Good, Ben. Yeah.
Smooth.
Well. Anyway.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, was it smooth? I don't know. I took the date, and they're like, "You're nothing like him," and I'm like, "I know. I'm 15."
That was before the movie, bitch.
Yeah.
I picked up some tools.
I've been writing shit down.
Yeah.
But I remember thinking the genuinely the moment where he walks up to Eva Mendes, not Eva Mendes.
Yeah.
Eva Mendes?
Yeah. Nailed it.
Wow.
Yeah, well done.
Go me. Eva Mendes.
Don't get cocky.
Also a wrestler. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, actually, I think you're thinking of Kevin James, right?
Right, yes. Kevin James. I'm thinking of Diesel. But I remember that moment in the bar as being the biggest thing I took away from it was that he just sat down and started talking to her. There was no opening line. There was no, gimmick or, anything like that you see in a lot of other movies. He was just genuinely being himself and listening to her. Mm-hmm. And I think that was probably the one piece of actual fucking advice that I took from it.
Yeah, I mean, so many things that he's teaching the guys in the opening are I feel like they are things that women would want you to do, right? He's like, when you're on a date with this girl, and she's talking. Yeah.
Where are you, Steph, to come tell us that this is a misogynistic movie?
Oh,
that's
don't
terrible.
If Steph jumps in and she's like, this movie sucked, my world would be shattered.
Mm-hmm.
But no, so it's he's talking to this one guy who's going on a date with this woman, and he says, when she's talking to you about the pieces at the museum she liked, don't be looking at her mouth. Don't be looking at her boobs. Just be listening and then respond to her and have a conversation.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what everyone would want in that instance.
Right.
But it's also interesting because at the end of the movie, the movie starts with his basic principles, right?
Yeah.
He gives through all these rules and lists and everything. And then at the end he goes, you know what, there actually aren't any. Because he learns throughout the movie that, all of his planning and the opportunities he creates and all that stuff, you can't really create spontaneity and a genuine connection.
Right.
It just happens on its own, right? So it's interesting because he starts with all this advice, and then over the course of this movie, he learns that just sometimes the awkward
Yeah.
romance, like the goofy things that
Yeah.
you do, the awkward things, like that can work too.
Did you notice the arc with all the pieces of advice that he gives at the beginning? You see them played out in one way or another throughout the movie. Some of them are successful, some of them aren't. The one that sticks with me the most is he's don't look at her lips, right? And I'm like, what a weird thing to say. But then like you hear a guy say it to Eva Mendes when he's like hitting on, and then Will Smith comes over and acts like it's her boyfriend or whatever, right? And he goes, I really like your lips or something. He says that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when Kevin James kisses Allegra for the first time, she goes, I like your lips. Like, it's just really funny, like, to see it, like, the director, who his name is Andy Tennant, who we're going to talk about because his track record is pretty fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
But Andy Tennant is a guy that when he's making this rom-com feels like he's making it with a purpose and with some sincerity and with there's more to Hitch if you're a diehard movie person than a dumb rom-com. There's some really good script and screenwriting things in there and movie do's and don'ts that are being done that I think give it a lot more substance than like I'm going to alienate myself the second I say one of these. So I really have to pick which one I want to shit
boy.
on.
Here we go.
I think it's better than like what's the movie where Mila Kunis and Justin Timberlake fuck?
Friends with Benefits.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like this has more substance than Friends with Benefits.
Well, again, that's another one where sex is a big part of it, right?
Right.
Like they're just
There's
like
no
fuck
sex
buddies,
in
and then
this.
they're like, oh, we fell in love. Like
Right.
this is about making people fall in love with
Right.
each other, which is nice.
Yeah.
But it's great because it's also a funny movie. Like it's a
Very
romantic comedy that
funny.
has a lot of humor in it, a lot of fun
comedy.
moments.
Well, I mean, Will Smith and Kevin James.
Yeah.
Does Kevin James? I want to save that for. Hang on, that's not what I want to do for this one. I want to save that because we really need to get into that topic. In a real fight, would you pick lettuce or cauliflower?
Cauliflower.
Cauliflower?
Yeah.
As the projectile?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if it's like a head of lettuce, I'd take the whole head.
Okay, you take the whole head of lettuce. That's such a great scene when she's throwing, like, she's fighting with him and he doesn't even know he's in a fight yet.
Yeah.
And, like, we've all been in that scenario, but then on
Right.
top of, like, physically fighting with food and he's, like, throwing, and then he throws the whole bowl at her. That's just, I love that moment. That's
Let me
one of
ask
my
you guys
favorites.
this, because this movie, again, it's about, the date doctor giving them tips and everything.
Right.
And there's all these, like there's the art of the pickup or whatever that book's
Yeah.
called. And there's all these different manuals and YouTube videos and stuff like
Yeah,
that
that's
about
definitely
how
not
to
a stack on Justin's floor.
how to how to pick up women and all these different things. But do you guys believe in that? Have you ever like looked up how to do this or how to be better with this or like that kind of advice, or are you are what you are and you never really thought about it?
Do you guys remember the show The Pickup Artist on VH1?
Yes, of
That
course.
dude
No,
that dressed like
I
Willy Wonka. He dressed like Willy Wonka at a rave, and it was like that MTV show Made, but it was like the
I
help
remember
guys.
Made.
It was like if Made, I Need to Meet a Woman was like made into a series on VH1. This
You don't remember this
stupid
guy?
Fuck.
Who was holy, oh my god.
Yeah.
You don't remember this?
I just see this photo and I'm like, this is why I never watched
Hang
it.
on, hang on.
Is that somebody well known, this guy who hosted the show?
Maybe at the time.
I don't think so. I think he was just MTV. We've talked about how Disney had a roster of talent that they just created out of nothing. MTV did the same fucking thing, and I think this guy's just part of the machine.
What's his name? The host of the show. Because he looks vaguely familiar.
It's like a one-word name, of course.
Yeah.
Like Sting or Morrissey.
Eric Vaughn, whatever.
Markovich.
But his name was Mystery.
Oh, Mystery.
Pickup
there
artist
you go.
mystery.
Yeah.
Mystery.
Yeah.
And his wingman J-Dog.
Yeah. So I mean.
Yeah. Is that the show you grew up on? You're like,
Oh,
that
yeah.
was my Bible. Like,
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was my Bible.
I lied earlier. I pulled plenty of females after watching The Pickup Artist on VH1. No. I mean, no. I've never looked into anything like this.
Just don't really believe in like that kind of advice.
I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think it ever came from. I don't think it ever came from like a book or a website. It was like I was consuming it from movies and TV. Like my dating, like heroes, I guess if we're gonna go there. Like Hitch is definitely one of them. Donald Faison in Scrubs is definitely a guy that I've borrowed lines and moves from. Anything Zach Braff, probably I've borrowed a thing or two from. I mean, those were those were, I guess, guys that I thought like were romantic or had like some romance to them. Yeah. Gerard Butler, P.S. I Love You. I literally just sent my wife on a scavenger hunt for our anniversary.
Oh.
So, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
So just your education was sort of the movies.
I think that was 100%. Yeah.
Okay.
Heath Ledger in A Knight's Tale. I mean, he's a sweetheart in that.
Right.
Shane Falco in The Replacements.
Classic.
That's a big one.
Hey,
That's a big
Chicks
one.
Dig Scars.
yeah.
History Lasts Forever.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I've just because it's interesting if you think about whether that stuff really works or not, or how many people buy into it. It seems like a lot of people do, but not everyone does. And this movie is kind of about people who do and then realize it's not worth it.
I think it's the same as anything, right? Like if you go to a therapist, read a book, ask somebody who's married, whatever, they're gonna tell you all the same fucking thing. It's about listening, right? And that's all. At the end of the day, that's all you learn from these things, right? Is to listen. Like stop your brain, listen to what the other person's saying. Things will be easier.
You don't have to listen when you're this charming and handsome, though.
That is true.
Just throwing it out
This
there.
is absolutely
You did say this
true.
was loosely based on your life,
It
didn't you?
is. It is.
You're like, I thought that I was watching myself on screen. It was very familiar. All right, well, let me ask you guys this then. What is there one piece of advice from this movie that you took with you or that you thought stood out above the others, since we're talking about favorite moments? Favorite piece of advice from the movie? And I will go first if you need me to, because there's definitely one for me that I've...
Go for it.
Yeah.
The secret to a kiss is to go 90% of the way.
You're such a fucking cheeseball.
That literally,
I knew that
that
was
has
gonna
been
be
in my
it.
brain since the very first time I
knew
saw
that was
this
gonna be-
movie. I've used it. Honest to God,
I've
like,
seen it
it's-
in use.
It's
Not on me. We didn't have a Will Smith, Kevin.
we practiced.
We
yeah,
practiced.
in junior high. Yeah, when this
I
movie
mean,
came
hey,
out, I'm
you
like,
know.
hey,
We did have a very awkward conversation as like we were like in 6th grade because can I go there? Are you
sure,
okay with
you're
this?
already halfway there.
Okay.
Just go.
So
yeah.
in 6th grade, Justin got married.
Lindsay
Congrats.
Peters, she became
Or
a
5th
lesbian.
grade. 5th grade.
Yeah.
5th grade. Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Been
Fun
there,
fact:
brother.
we both have girls that we dated that turned
Same.
out to be lesbian.
Same.
So
Boom.
good for them. I'm still friends with mine though, so fuck you guys. I win. Anyway, so Justin was gonna get married, and I remember like there was supposed to be this big double wedding, like, and the teachers just let this be okay.
Who else was getting married?
Ryan Bowser and Kristen Rodak.
Yes.
Shout out Butler if you're watching.
Yes. Anyway. Anyway, so Justin and I were throwing a baseball in the backyard, and he's like, "Do you think I have to kiss her?" That's what you asked me, and I was like, "Probably. Like, isn't that, like you kiss the bride?" And he's like, "I don't think I've ever kissed a girl." And like we just threw the ball back and forth. Like imagine like us just smaller.
10 years old.
Yeah,
11
throwing
years
the ball
old.
back and forth, and him being like, "Well, have you ever kissed a girl?" And me like, "No."
I have chills just thinking about the sexual tension between you two as children throwing a baseball in the backyard.
It's that
Palpable.
letter Kenny
Oh.
scene
Yeah,
where,
palpable.
where Schoolie Dan's talking about getting a finger up the butt, and then Wayne and Derry just turn to each other and throw the ball faster at each other.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
But no, that's the actual piece of advice. I mean, I love this movie
He did
so
not
much.
kiss her because the wedding
Yeah.
got canceled for all of you hung on a cliffhanger.
It was not meant to be, and
It
they
did
became,
not.
and like I said, then Lindsay became a lesbian and is very happy with her partner, I think.
Okay, great.
So,
Shout out to
there.
Lindsay.
Yeah,
Shout out to lesbians.
exactly.
Straight up. Straight up, though.
Yeah.
I see you, Winona.
Fucker.
But yeah,
What?
that-
Yeah, my homegirl in the chat's a lesbian.
Oh no. Okay. I
So
thought
shout
you
out to
meant
lesbians.
Winona Ryder,
Oh,
who's
no.
on my
she's
short
in the
list.
chat. Yeah,
Who's on my
Winona's in the
short
chat.
list
Yeah.
for leading ladies.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
All right.
Shout out Winona Ryder.
Hey, what's up, Winona?
But anyway, yeah. So 90-10.
So far off the rails already.
Ugh.
That's it for me. 90-10.
90-10.
I truly believe that. I think that's a great piece of advice.
Yes.
That works.
Sure.
Yeah. And it's powerful and it's unique. I've never heard that anywhere else in my life before that.
The 90-10.
Mm-hmm.
So this movie doesn't say this, but it's down to earth.
All right.
With Chris Rock?
with Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Well, oh, wait a minute. Okay, so first off, before we get there, the guy at the end of the movie who her sister's married to,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
what's his name?
Oh,
Charles Wellington.
Charles Wellington.
Yeah.
fuck
Who's-
y'all know that.
That's the name of the white guy in Down to Earth.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I was like, same universe. Like, I was
It's
like,
so
there it
bizarre,
is.
yeah. It's like a throwaway.
Charles Wellington.
Okay.
I lost
That's a
it when I
white
heard that.
name.
It is
Yeah.
a white name.
That's
A white
Shout
rich
out
name.
Down to Earth.
Yeah. Anyway, Charles Wellington, Chris Rock says, I go left. Because everybody leans right when they go to kiss. And Chris Rock's like, no, go left.
I go left.
I go left. And, like, that's, like, a on-running joke through the movie. So, like, sometimes I throw a left in there.
See,
Okay.
right feels weird for me. I got like this thing in my neck.
Yeah. From this movie, man, I guess the listening, like,
Listen and respond.
yeah, is probably like legitimately like on. I was like, oh, I have to listen to them.
Right.
Them.
Here's the secret. Listen.
It's number
I mean,
one,
it's
like you
dumb,
said. You're
but,
the one
like-
that's in the marriage and it's working for you.
I mean,
I guess.
it's
Yeah.
genuinely something that I'm always like in my head. Like I might be like doing something, and I'm like, okay, now listen, idiot. Like stop doing what you're doing. Listen. So.
Something from the movie, man. I was kind of a fan of Kevin James dancing.
Absolutely.
You know.
That's on here as my.
Oh yeah.
I hate dance breaks in movies. This one's good for me.
But like, I saw some of my dancing
Oh yeah.
in Kevin James's
yeah.
dancing, and I know 10 out of 10 that shit's a hitter. So like,
Stay
So I
true to
was
your own
like-
dancing, I
That's
guess.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
just feel
Express
it and
yourself.
vibe out.
There were two individuals who had a good night at the end of my wedding, and apparently a worm was used that sealed the deal. So
Oh boy.
it's very, very
I
real.
bet.
Very real.
Thanks.
Yeah. Well, you know.
I got you.
That was a wiener joke.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so among. Just to clarify.
I didn't know.
yeah.
Yeah, a worm was
It
used.
didn't look like you were there.
I
So
didn't get it.
I had
And then
a-
I looked up, and you were both staring at me, laughing, and I went, "Oh shit, I missed
Yeah.
something." Oh fuck! Clip that.
I will say the dancing is probably one of the more iconic parts of the movie, though.
Oh
like
my
for
God, it's
iconic
so
scenes.
good.
Yeah. The Q-tip.
Yeah.
The make the pizza.
Yeah.
My sister got married 2 weeks ago. My dad actually busted out those exact moves because he loves this movie.
Of
like
course he does.
unlike any
Jimbo
other
would
movie.
love this movie.
This movie and the Lego movie, my dad thinks are the funniest movies that have ever been released.
They
in
aren't?
history. So, right?
Question: Chris Pratt and Will Smith are not the
Yeah.
best leading men ever.
I can't.
Has he
argue.
seen
you know what?
Guardians?
I only
He
saw,
might lose his mind.
I only saw Lego 2, and it kind of sucked. I didn't
Oh.
see the first one. No,
Oh,
I fell
dude.
asleep in the first one.
Everything is awesome.
Yeah.
I'd
Come
be
on.
worried I didn't understand the plot if I missed Lego 1.
Yeah. I think that is.
It's brave.
You're like, why is Will Arnett Batman? I don't understand
Yeah.
what's happening. Yeah.
Yeah, the dance scene, though, I would say that's probably one of them. What other scenes do you guys? Were there any more that you, either more cliched ones or not so cliched ones?
I think the whole idea of like the 3 dates, right? And that like the first date he does this like really elaborate, like well thought out planned thing is definitely something I've borrowed from this movie. Is like, don't just go to the fucking movies. Like, let's fucking do something. Like, let's do something that you've not thought of. So like the whole opening date between Eva Mendes and Will Smith, I think, is a great moment
jet
in the
skiing.
movie. Yeah.
Well, also, how about that concept? 3 dates just to get to the kissing round.
Right.
Right? I mean,
Right.
that tells you enough about what kind of movie this is right now.
Right.
Like, in what world in, even 2005 were people waiting 3 dates just to kiss somebody?
Right.
You know?
Right.
So,
Right.
I think it's part of like the genuine spirit of the movie. But yeah, okay. So the dating structure, I guess, some of the iconic moments.
Zach.
I already said the dancing.
Yeah.
But then going back to the first date, that whole the shit with the butcher.
Oh,
that got
so
me weak.
funny.
Like, I wasn't expecting that.
That was a great twist.
That killed me.
I
No
love
pun intended.
the speed dating scene. Always gets me when he's like, he like interrupts and then like everyone's in front of and they're all like, the dudes are all like, I want to talk to you, and all the girls and all the women are like, fuck you, dude, and then like he gives that big speech at the end and he says, and by the way, that guy was a fucking loser and he's exactly why I had a job.
Yeah.
And that whole, and you just like, I get chills every time I watch it. I'm getting a little chills right now because it's such a, Will Smith is a great actor and was able to deliver that line so seriously. It was a very great moment in the movie. Even like the friend plays such a great role in the movie, and like the way she like,
That's my girl right
yeah,
there. Yeah.
But like the way that all went down, and she's like, "Oh my God, you're Ellis Island," not realizing that the guy that she was so like, "Oh my God, I'm cheering for you," is also the same guy who maybe led to this really bad experience for her. Like like again, Andy Tennant, fucking brilliant. He's fucking brilliant.
How about the food allergy sequence? That's got to be up there,
iconic.
right? When he's his ears exploding and his face is all blowing up. Yeah, it is not that bad.
It is
then he
not
sees
that-
himself in the mirror.
Whoa!
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoa! And then the straw.
Death
in it.
on a leaf. You know, he's chugging the Benadryl. He's like, "Come on, come on."
Were we supposed to believe he was like robo tripping off Benadryl?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I've never drank Benadryl, but
Right. No, we're assuming that he was on the lean.
yeah,
Yeah.
been there.
Have you guys?
Double cups in the park.
Have you guys?
You made yourself laugh on that.
That's typically my first date. Double cups in the
double
park.
cups in the park.
Question for you on that subject: have either of you guys ever been speed dating?
No.
No.
Zach, no.
Is that even like a thing anymore?
I feel.
Oh, it's definitely a thing.
Yeah?
I mean, I
I
fucking
in LA it was a big
through
thing.
Tinder.
Yeah,
you
isn't
know,
that
I
just
don't-
Tinder?
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. I
Have
mean,
you
in
been
LA,
speed dating?
I haven't. I always wanted to go, and I just never actually did it.
Yeah.
But I always wanted to try it, just to see what it would be like.
Again, the speed dating scene and then the speed dating episode of Letterkenny, both amazing for their own reasons.
Could we go speed dating like after quarantine, just for funsies?
Sure, we'll do it.
I think that
yeah,
I'll
well, you're
film
married.
it.
No, you could just be the
No,
moral support, like
yeah.
even Mendes.
That's not how that works.
Tell Anna.
That's how it worked in
for
the
moral
movie.
support.
Yeah, well, I get the movie. It's a movie.
Yeah, okay. Zach will go. I'll go with you.
Fuck
Yeah.
it.
Nice.
Actually, now I kind of have to go because I just want to see that play out.
Yeah.
Like they're like the girl's like trying to talk to me, and I'm like, shh, I'm listening.
That's where we're gonna put all these pieces of advice to good use.
There
man.
you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Speed dating scene, Charles Wellington, Benadryl. Yeah. No, and then like when she does she's like, "What's for dinner? Shellfish?" Like to him when they're fighting. Like
It's a sick burn.
it was sick burn.
Sick burn.
It is a sick burn. I
Yeah.
think the movie's great. It makes me smile. Like I've been smiling since we started the show.
Well, let me ask you this, because I wanna. This is gonna be a dive into some of the cheesier elements of it.
Okay.
But there's a scene when Will Smith first meets Kevin James,
Yeah.
and they're talking like it's their intro, and Will
Yeah.
Smith's trying to figure out how bad this guy really is, and he's like, he's bad, like this guy.
Michelangelo.
Yeah. The only way I'm gonna make this work is by being Michael fucking Angelo and painting the Sistine Chapel. That's how bad this situation is.
But it works.
But no, Kevin James goes. He's like, do you know what it's like thinking that the love of your life is going to bed with someone else?
Yeah.
And wanting it to be with you, but also like wanting her to be happy.
Right.
Even if it's not with you.
Yeah.
Did you guys relate to that at
I
all?
felt that at my core.
When I first saw the movie as a teenager, I definitely felt that. I'm like, because there were girls where I was like, why isn't she dating me? Like, I
Right.
just wish she was dating me,
Yeah.
but she's not. And, like, I really identify
feel that
with
at my
that.
core.
I think that's part of why the movie's so universal. It's like, 'cause a lot of people are that, like, the little guy. And it's like, there's somebody that I want to be with that isn't with me, and that sucks.
I think too, it's like, okay, so like Kevin James is not exactly the most shredded, like good looking dude on the planet. You know what I mean?
Really?
Did you watch the movie?
News to me. Built like a fucking god.
But
Sorry. I apologize.
But like I think like like in Garden State, right? Like Zach Braff is like the ho hum like awkward guy who gets the girl. Zach Braff could pull a 10 just walking around.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But like Kevin James, some of the other clients in the movie are like they look like us.
Yeah.
Well, they look like me and Zach, not you. But like they look like us.
Average Joes. Yeah. You're average Joes.
I'm thankful I said what I said about Kevin James now.
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus Christ.
But like I don't know, I like that element of it though too. It's like like it is like it legitimately feels like a depiction of a guy. Like if Hitch existed, like there's a lot of dudes who would actually benefit from him, in a lot of ways, or ladies.
Yeah, I'll be starting an online seminar in the next couple of weeks.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
On Clubhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny now, but wait. Just fucking wait.
Son of a bitch. Here we go.
While we're talking about things in the movie, I know it got mentioned, but just out of curiosity, have either of you ever drank lean?
No.
Okay.
What?
Drank lean. Had lean.
I don't
Okay.
think Justin knows what we're talking about.
I don't know what lean is.
That's
Okay.
right.
Like
He doesn't know to
lean
keep that good
shakes.
stuff still in that Sprite.
Okay, cool. Well,
Yeah.
then. Moving on.
Anyway, I like the moment, the scene at the end where he's like, "Can we close the door?" And he's like, "I can't get my shit right around you." Like he's like, "I can't get my lines. I can't do anything right. Like you totally break down all those walls." That I also like that. I was like, "Yep, that one." Like it would be so much easier to talk to you if you weren't standing there.
Yeah, I feel that. I've been there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's the guy behind the door coaching
Right.
someone else.
Right. He's like, "I
And
don't
now
have me
he's-
back there." Yeah.
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 And he's like, now I gotta be that person, and I'm like, I don't know what to say, so
Yeah.
let's just close it. And he still doesn't get it quite
Nope.
out that good, but yeah, it's part of the impact that she has.
Oh,
on him,
and
right?
when he is behind the door and he puts the pen in his pocket, then he pats it and pulls, and he's like,
Right.
"Yeah, I actually have one right here."
Definitely. It's
that
so
whole
perfect.
bit, the fucking phone sequence where
Which one?
Kevin James is walking around breaking shit,
Oh
trying
yeah,
to be cool on the phone.
it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's on the phone, and then Will Smith's on the phone with Eva Mendes. She's like, "What was that?" He's like, "Yeah, that's a guy screaming."
Yeah.
It's like, can't cover that up. That's
No.
exactly what that was.
Yeah, so much fun. And
Yeah.
I think I wanted to talk about this too. Part of why this movie is so great and iconic is a lot of the New York of it all, right? Being set in New York City, and it
Yeah.
shows a lot of
I
New
forgot
York
to put that on the thing.
locations
Yeah.
between, the zoo at Central Park and Brooklyn with the Fulton Fish Market, and even like cooler, lesser known places like Sky Studios and that kind of stuff. New York's such a big character in this movie, and I wanted to ask you guys, is New York the most romantic city in the world, do you think? Because if you think of all the movies that have been shot there and the way that people think about it, is it number one? Is it more than Paris?
I don't think so.
Whatever that Italian town is in Call Me By Your Name. That's the most romantic town in the world. Whatever that small Italian village is. Uh-oh. Here comes trouble. Are you talking about just in movies or in real life? Because New York City stinks. All right, Steph, thank you for popping the bubble on that and not the movie as a whole. We all desperately seek your approval, and it means a lot to us, so please
It's
don't
still
pop
early
this movie.
in the show, though.
Yeah,
so-
yeah.
Can
She
all-
might have just gotten here.
Yeah. Can always count on Steph to add some positivity to the chat.
I like Hitch. You're fine. All right.
Nice.
Woo.
Oof, that's a relief.
Woo. I've
Yeah.
been here for a while. All right, good.
I don't think that I associate New York with being romantic,
Really?
like personally.
That's
no.
interesting.
I think of New York as cool, not romantic.
That's also interesting.
I like New York. Every time I've been there has been like I've ended up somewhere in my like I feel like Hitch at the door right now. I'm trying to talk to Eva Mendes. Every time I've been to New York, something has happened that I did not expect to happen, and like was something that I would write down in a journal or a book about my life. But none of them were romantic.
Same.
Would you say, Zach, it's a cool city that you can go in New York, or are you more like Steph and you think of like dirty trash, like rodents, like
Yeah.
crime,
Yeah.
murder,
I
all
don't
that
really
stuff?
fuck with New York.
Okay.
Interesting.
Maybe
I've just seen too many romantic movies set in New York.
I
'cause
think.
definitely. Think
Well, I
it's a
think
romantic
Annie
city.
Hall and what's the other one you love?
Manhattan.
Manhattan.
Beverly Hills. I mean, but there's so many.
Yeah, I
the
think-
majority of them. I think it's the most romantic city in America. I'd say Paris is probably number one. But again, the reason I think this is too because I don't know
Pittsburgh's a romantic city.
in what sense.
Like in the fact that like you can go somewhere in Pittsburgh and there's a good chance if you're on a date you're gonna bump into somebody that you know, and there's like that warm family feeling to it, and every great night can end at the overlook
Mm-hmm.
and that city skyline. I mean, maybe that's just because I feel romantic about my hometown. I don't know.
I mean, it could. There's probably definitely bias, but I
Right.
absolutely agree with you.
Right.
And I love
Steph's
Pittsburgh.
got me.
Yeah.
Steph.
I mean, there are so many locations around Pittsburgh that people wouldn't know to go to that are romantic and,
Oh,
hidden
yeah.
and unknown.
I dated a girl from Jersey, and through college, and like I remember doing some stuff like Phipps, right? Phipps is a hidden gem. Nobody goes to Phipps. Nobody knows about Phipps. Phipps is super romantic, right? And then like Oakland, to get to Phipps, you have to cross the Love Bridge with all the locks on it. Like, I mean, there's so many.
They have one of those here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's the entrance into Shenley from Oakland.
Okay.
I just think there's like a lot of like everything that was cool that you saw in Hitch. You're like, oh, I wish I could do that here. It exists here. And what's even cooler is when you go, you're probably gonna know somebody there, and they're probably gonna be like, oh, this is a great guy. You know what I mean? And like pump your tires a little bit.
Well, I think that might actually almost hurt the argument in some ways, because when I think about New York, I think the romance aspect, because of how big it is, anything can happen at any time. Like, you could run into any person at all and have any sort of experience. And I think that's a romantic idea. And not necessarily like a lovey romantic, but just sort of like a fantastical sort of idea, that anything could happen at any moment. But you could also just be like hidden away in any corner of this gigantic city.
I feel that, but I don't.
Yeah.
I agree with everything you said, but that does not make me think of romance.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me think of adventure.
Yeah, any experience is kind of vague. I mean, you end up with like a gun in your mouth,
See, I
That's
associate
true,
that
yeah.
more with New York City than I do like Pittsburgh,
like the first time I went to New York City, I walked from my hotel, which was in Manhattan because we were there for a shoot. I walked to the NHL store.
First stop.
I know, right? I walked to the NHL store. It was closed, but like I got to like see it. I like looked in there. I'm like, man, this is really cool. Just walked around Times Square by myself, just like looking up at all the lights. And then as I walked by, there was like a movie in the park that was playing that was like free. So I just sat there and like watched a movie with a bunch of strangers, and then like walked back to my hotel. I like had like a beer and then went to bed. And I was like, I guess that's kind of romantic, but I don't think of it as like romantic with somebody else. I think of it for just me.
I think that's the difference. Is that when I'm saying romantic, I mean, yes, there's like that aspect of it, but there's also the idea of just like, the way you read a book and you kind of get like caught up in the book. Like, that's romantic, sort of. What are you laughing at? What does Steph say?
Says my most romantic New York City spot is Nintendo World 10 out of 10 experience. Whatever floats your boat, and from what we know from Steph, that would float her boat.
Nice.
Bow show.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't think romantic. But I guess it all depends on the definition.
Sure. I definitely agree with you guys on Pittsburgh, though. I mean, but we're all biased, but it's certainly.
But you've been New York City from day one. Like since the first time you went there, you came back and that was all you ever talked about.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's just there's a magic to that city for sure. But it's not for everybody. I mean, again, like Zach, probably, and Steph is saying she would only be there for a couple days and then have too much of it. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, it's just like overwhelming for me.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get past that. It's too
I'm that
much.
way about LA.
I've never been to LA.
Like, I've had some awesome times in LA, but I'm like, day 5, I'm like, all right, get me the fuck out of here. New York, I could be in New York for like 3 weeks and still be like, all right, now I'm gonna go do this. Pizza alone,
You could do buy the slice for like a year.
Year on one street.
You'll be good.
It's
yeah.
great.
Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough.
All right. Better or worse than. So if you are unfamiliar with the show, Better or Worse Than is we go through a list of movies that came out around the same time or of the same genre as Hitch. So the first one, and I have not seen a lot of these, so I'm kind of out on a lot of these. 13 going on 30. Better or worse than Hitch? Steph, we expect you to be hammering the chat on this one.
Zach, have you seen 13 going on 30? With Jennifer Garner?
There it is. There it is.
It's been a while, but
That's
yes,
my girl.
I have seen it.
Do you remember it enough to vote?
Yeah. I preferred Hitch.
Okay. I'll say Hitch is better because Hitch is one of my favorites, but 13 Going on 30 is super underrated. It's insanely charming.
I'm not a Jennifer Garner guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you wouldn't like it then.
Yeah, I don't think she.
But you're not a
annoys me.
Ruffalo guy, and he's in this movie a whole bunch.
Maybe that's why I don't remember it. I blocked it out.
Could be. Very well could be.
Because
Okay.
the whole thing is that she's like 30, but then she goes back to like a 13-year-old state.
No, the other way around. She starts out as like a 13-year-old, and then there's like some magic fairy dust or something, and then she becomes a 30-year-old.
Okay.
Mark Ruffalo dates a 13-year-old.
Yeah, I don't like that.
No, it's
Ooh.
it's
But
not.
that seems
no,
on.
no, it's not like
seems on brand
it's not
for
like
him.
she's the only one who's 30. It's like her world flashes forward to
Oh,
when she's 30.
I see, I
so like
see, I
Mark
see.
Ruffalo is also goes from being 30 to 30.
Okay.
Oh, he's
All
the
right.
love interest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out.
Okay.
Okay. Well, there
I'm
you
out
go.
on a movie that I've seen and don't remember. So.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't care for Jennifer Garner in NHL commercials. I don't care for her in MasterCard commercials. What's in your wallet? Hitch. Next one. 50 First Dates.
Well, I know you've seen this one.
This is a very these are like two of my children fighting. It's not my favorite Sandler movie by far. It's not my favorite even rom-com from Sandler by far, but it is a good one.
I agree.
50 First Dates has a weird place in the Sandler canon.
It
I
is.
feel like it's like so out there on its own.
It's
Because it is
just-
really good, but it's so unlike anything else.
It was kind of like Wedding Singer happened. The two of them were so good that a studio did whatever they could to get them back together, and then it just wasn't as good as Wedding Singer.
but
I'm
still
glad you
pretty
said
good
that.
though.
Still pretty good.
They
But-
did a third movie called Blended, which was just like nobody
don't even know what
it's,
that
I think
is.
they go to Africa or something.
Oh,
But
wow.
it's like the third of the Drew Barrymore trilogy.
And then the two of them are legitimately very close as friends, I guess, in real life. They're on give each other Christmas presents and shit. Like they speak regularly. So, give me Hitch. I fucking love 50 First Dates, but give me Hitch.
I'd take Hitch.
What's Sam's name from Lord of the Rings? What's the actor's name?
Sean
Astin.
Astin. Yeah.
Sean Astin in the fucking see-through mesh shirt.
He is definitely the best
he
in
steals
that
that movie.
Yeah. Maybe better than Sam.
Yeah.
AKA Mikey from the Goonies.
5 seconds.
Hitch is
Tom.
better, even though
Hi, I'm Tom.
50 First Dates has its place. I give it credit for what they tried to do.
Yeah.
That's a pretty hard concept to pull off.
Yeah,
I
it's a
think.
great concept,
And,
but
Hitch is better.
okay.
Yeah.
500 Days of Summer.
Is that I haven't seen this, Psy?
This is
Or-
a you better bring no. Are you saying no? Wait, I love Drew Barrymore, not this movie. Hitch is better.
She's talking about 500 Days of Summer right
Oh
now.
no, Hitch is not better than 500 Days of Summer.
Really?
JGL.
Really?
Zoe. It's Zoe.
I know this is Zach. Have you seen this one?
I have.
Okay. Yeah. What's your take? Because I know this is a tough one for us.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt in this movie makes me want to fucking die.
Huh.
In a good way, Zoe Deschanel is flawless, and that's a fucking preview for another segment coming up.
Oh boy.
Oh no, not in a good way. Okay. Hitch is not better than 500 Days of Summer. You're absolutely right.
I love them both so
Winona.
much.
500 Days of Summer has the music. It has Zoe Deschanel. It has JGL. It's a better crafted story. And I don't even feel good about saying a better crafted story because Hitch is an underrated story, but it's an indie flick with two studs, a great soundtrack, great love story. I mean, it's better than Hitch.
But it's based on a book. So let's
True.
talk about. Let's take the movie though.
True.
Wait, which one's based on a book?
500 Days of Summer.
Oh
I
my
don't
God.
think it's based on a book. I think it's just based on that guy's life, right?
Steph says JGL is the worst fucking character. He's the Ross of rom-coms in this movie. She doesn't want to be with you. Move on. Woof.
That's the truth, though.
It is the truth.
And it's like a lot of guys, or I think the movie even is like a little leans more into Tom's perspective.
Yeah.
And that's why you feel like Summer's the bad guy. But
Right.
it's like she was from the beginning. She's like, this is what I want. I'm not looking to be serious.
I don't think. You know how I have a problem with associating with the main characters?
Yeah.
I do not associate with the main character. I'm the entire time like, give her what she wants.
Um,
Whatever she wants, just give it to her. The fact that she's divorced in real life, I don't understand. I don't understand.
Recently divorced, I think.
I don't care.
I'll call her.
It's ridiculous.
Do it.
Zach, what's your take on this? Because I know we both struggle with it, but
I think I like Hitch more.
Okay.
I mean, I'm a big fan of like the music and such, but like, it's
Restraining order.
I don't know if it's like 500 Days of Summer is like overrated, but I feel like it's just
I could
like
understand you saying that.
it's like the baseline for like this kind of indie romance movie.
Yes.
And it's just like played out.
If this is anybody but Zooey Deschanel, I'm probably standing on the side of the line with you.
No.
But because it's Zooey Deschanel, I will like kill people for that.
I don't think it's enough to save it for me.
Okay. The soundtrack though too?
Yeah.
Soundtrack's real good.
It like made like the Smiths like popular again.
It's like two really big things for me. Zooey Deschanel and a good soundtrack. I'm a sucker.
This is a tough one because they're both so high on my list and they're both so different. I mean, 500 Days of Summer is about people falling out of love, right? Hitch is about people falling into love.
Right.
And 500 Days of Summer is a much more cleverly written movie. It's a much more original idea, I think, in terms of how it's structured.
See, I don't even necessarily agree with that, but go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, it bounces back and forth across the relationship, I think, and compares, like, different scenes of, like, what he wants to happen versus what's really happening. It's just, I think it's a much cuter, it's a much more, I just like the way it was made better, and I love the idea of it, even though it's not technically a happy ending, even though it kind of is. But, I'm going to call this one a tie. I don't know if I've ever done that on this segment, but I'm saying these are equal.
They're close.
I'll allow it.
It's very close.
What does Steph say? She was completely honest with him. And then she moved on, and he went absolutely weird. And if that happened to me in real life, I'd file a restraining order. And she forgot about the Smiths. Yeah, I mean, the movie is like from Tom's point of view, so you don't get that about it. But if you think about it, yeah, that's the truth.
I think too. This is hard too, and full transparency. This was a movie when Anastasia and I first started dating, and we were kind of like seeing what the other one liked that we knew of. This was a movie we both like heavily agreed on as being a great movie. The other one, down to earth. Moving on. The fact that she'd even seen it, I was like, I want to marry you right now. I own it.
What, Down to Earth?
Yeah.
Nice.
I love that movie. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. McConaughey. Hudson. Come on. Better than Hitch, right? Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes?
Oh, okay. You're going to have to back that up.
Easy, McConaughey.
Over Smith?
Yeah. All day, every day, no matter what the fuck we're talking.
I don't know about that one.
Bring it on, guys. Whatever.
I think 90% of the world is probably standing with you, but
Goddamn right.
the 10% of us that are Will Smith stans will fight to the death for Will Smith.
I love McConaughey. Like, I'm not saying I don't like McConaughey.
All right.
Will Smith's overrated.
You're overrated. Get the fuck out of this.
We'll get to that one later. Yeah. This one's also close, and I think if in terms of the movies themselves, I would want to call it a tie, but my affinity for Hitch is a little bit more than this movie. But
I agree.
This movie also has so many classic lines, and there's so many funny
It's more
moments
iconic than Hitch.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a similar idea, right? She's a columnist. She's writing How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. She accidentally falls in love instead. Like,
and his idea is like to make her fall in love with him because he thinks he knows all the secrets.
right. There's a lot of parallels to the movie. I'll take Hitch. Steph says yes to this one, but something about McConaughey absolutely irritates me. I like him as an actor, but I don't know that I'd like him in real life. Have you met McConaughey?
No.
No. Bummer.
I think he's the kind of guy who is exactly that way in real life, though. Like, he's just a chill stoner, like, guy who's very introspective. I mean, at least nowadays, based on all his recent press and interviews.
I've not started Green Lights, but I own it, and I plan to this summer to go on a lot of long bike rides and listen to Green Lights. Cause
Well, he's been doing all kinds of interviews and stuff for the press for the book.
And they've all been awesome.
Yeah, he's at the point in life where he's like 50 now, and he just has such a great perspective on all this shit.
Well, and he's just, I mean, he's hilarious. I heard him on Rogan, and I was like, shit, that was deep. That was really good on Rogan. And then I heard him on, like, a Barstool podcast, and he was just as good in the entire comedy, take the piss out of it type of interview, as well as, like, deep introspective life shit with Rogan. Like, I was like, man, he really is just that cool of a dude.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I like McConaughey.
I do Hitch,
Hitch gives
though.
the edge, but I do love this movie.
It's a great movie. All right.
Hmm.
I have not seen this one, but I think I'm missing out. Just Friends.
Zach, have you seen this one?
I have not.
Okay, then I'll just go brief about it. Hitch wins, but this is an iconic one in its own self. Like, very under the radar for a lot of people, like Ryan Reynolds back in '04 or something like that, around when Van Wilder came out. But yeah, it's just a guy who, like, leaves his hometown as a fat teenager and then comes back as, like, a handsome guy and is still, like, awkward and everything, and Amy Smart's is the girl that he likes. So it's very fun. It's very, like, 2004 for sure.
I'm not an Amy Smart guy.
I don't think I am either.
No, yeah, I don't buy
No.
her.
Same.
No.
I don't really like her.
So,
I mean, she's okay, but yeah, I mean, it's a Ryan Reynolds, like, around the Van Wilder era.
Right.
So, yeah, I think it's on Netflix, maybe.
'Kay.
So,
Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I have also not seen this one.
really?
Yeah.
Zach?
No.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, see, this one was a big hit.
I know
Yeah.
it was,
Yeah.
but it also was the movie that Brad Pitt cheated on Jennifer Aniston with Angelina Jolie while they were shooting it. I don't like Angelina
Allegedly.
Jolie. I love Jennifer Aniston. So fuck you, Brad Pitt. And fuck this movie.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Man.
That's how I feel emotionally about it.
that
Homewrecker
burns.
movie. That's right, Steph. That's
Well,
right.
allegedly. We don't know that for
Jennifer
sure.
Aniston's a fucking
In
saint.
so the tabloids say. I don't know. I like Angie way more than
One
I
of my
like
favorites
Jen
says
Aniston.
Winona. Was that for How to Lose or
No,
Just
for,
Friends
she's
or?
for this movie?
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
No, this movie is awesome. It's so sexy. It's got all the action. It's got these two mainly beautiful people. Like it's a great one. I love Mr. and Mrs. Smith. You guys should watch it for sure.
Angelina Jolie just never did it for me.
No, me either.
What?
No.
Wow, surprising. But I guess Jen Aniston doesn't do it for me. I hate her. She's a
Right.
terrible
Oh, wow.
actress.
You hate
You
Jen
hate her.
Aniston.
I do hate Jen
And
Aniston.
but-
She actively annoys me when I see
That's
her.
also the
Ooh.
difference, though, between Zach and I are big Friends people.
Nope, pass. I'll never
Yeah.
watch it.
I mean,
She's my lobster.
I've let Steph get away saying a whole lot of shit, but her shade against Ross Geller tonight
I
will
was a
not
little
go.
rough.
It won't go unforgotten.
The lesbians love Angelina Jolie.
Shout out.
I
Well,
feel that.
now we know.
Ding 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 ding.
Shout
All
out.
right. Good to
I-
know. Thanks, Winona.
I agree with the lesbians on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate Friends and I love Jennifer Aniston.
No, I
That's
don't,
it,
see,
Steph.
I don't,
That's
Jen
it.
Aniston is an actress.
That's
I
a
don't
sick
think is very
fucking
good.
person that
Yeah.
can say that.
Yeah, right. You like she's the lead in
Yeah.
Friends.
Get
and-
help, Steph.
All
I
right.
can't believe you guys never saw this one.
I've also never seen this one, Serendipity.
Oh, this is Zach.
I'll tell you what though,
I have.
I love John Cusack movies.
Dude, this is like it's ultra cheesy, but it's
Mhm.
the cheesiest in the best way, I think. But Zach, tell me, I feel like you might not like it.
It's been a while since I've seen it, but I don't like it more than Hitch. You know.
Yeah, I probably agree with that. But it definitely like has its place in sort of the classic adjacent sphere. I mean, this movie's essentially like two people meet and have a great night together, and then 5 years later, like their lives come back. And
Right.
Will they, won't they type of thing. I mean, it's definitely like a little bit whimsical and fun and charming. It's not as funny as Hitch. But
Right.
It's not as much of a comedy. It's more of like a romance.
I think if I'm watching a John Cusack movie, I'm first watching High Fidelity, and then if that's not available, I'm watching Say Anything. And like so, Serendipity is not in my John Cusack rom-com movies to watch.
Yeah.
Not that I don't think High Fidelity is probably not a rom-com movie to watch in a lot of ways, but it's a great movie anyway.
Yeah. Did you watch the High Fidelity TV show?
I did.
Did you like it?
I did. I thought it did justice to the movie, but I think also it's hard. Zoe Kravitz is hard to beat.
Yeah, she's good. I mean,
She's
I can
real
see why
good.
the show got canceled, though. I don't think it added anything at all. It was the exact same thing as the movie was, except she was a girl.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah. We also I was watching it the same time we did She's Got a Habit.
Oh, okay.
So like
Way
I was
back.
very much in the mood for that. Like we had just watched She's Got a Habit and then started watching High Fidelity. I was like, yeah, I'm fucking with all this right now. This is a vibe and I'm here for
Okay.
it.
All right, last one then. I know you've seen this one.
I've not seen this one.
What?
Nope.
Zach,
Oh, man.
please say something because I'm so confused right now.
I mean, Josh is uncultured. He's a swine. He doesn't know what taste is.
It's personally offending, Zach, that you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
mean-
He hasn't seen P.S. I Love You or Pirate Radio.
No, I have seen P.S. I Love You. It's just not that
Okay.
good.
Oh wow.
And I mean, you'll come to terms with it sometime.
Uh-huh.
You should try watching Sweet Home Alabama. It's a fantastic fucking movie. It's great. It's one of the best.
Do you know who directed it?
No.
Andy Tennant.
Well, yeah. I mean,
The guy who
fucking
directed Hitch. There you go.
hits.
Yeah.
Hits. He does hits.
Yeah. Fools Rush In.
Oh,
Andy
Fool's-
Tennant as
Fool's
well.
Gold.
Or Fool's Gold.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ever After with Drew Barrymore.
Yep.
You know what I love about this? Look at this movie. Look at this poster. It's Reese Witherspoon and a dog and a piece of luggage. And that was a hit movie in 2003.
That's some Gucci luggage there, or not Gucci. Yeah, it's
Louis
Gucci.
Vuitton.
Louis Vuitton. Thank you.
Uncultured swine. I
Yep,
said it
exactly.
already.
Is it better than Hitch?
Yeah. Yeah. It's fucking great.
Is it better than Hitch?
I don't know if I've seen this the whole way
Steph,
through.
is it better than Hitch?
I think I've only seen bits and pieces of it.
Thank you,
Yes,
Steph.
it is, Josh.
Yeah.
Steph's back.
I have to abstain from this one.
Do the lesbians love Sweet Home Alabama?
Yo,
Winona,
yeah, I need to
It's
know.
We need to
Reese's in it.
know.
How could you not?
I need to know.
Reese's
Steph
in it.
says, I was more of a Buffy Vampire Slayer kid. She's talking about Friends.
can be
That doesn't
both.
surprise
You can
me.
be both.
I fucking love this movie. Reese Witherspoon is a goddamn queen.
Correct.
Agreed.
It's so much better than Hitch. Wow.
Facts.
Okay.
That is.
All right, Winona, you got homework.
I got homework too. So you're saying
I
Hitch?
have to abstain. I can't. I haven't seen enough of Sweet Home Alabama to
Okay.
judge it fairly.
All right.
Yeah, but I
Cool.
love Reese Witherspoon for whatever that's worth.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
I need to fill up my water. Does anybody have to pee? All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we are going to do our top 5 love interests. We're going to attempt to not be real duty about it, but it's probably going to happen a little bit.
Duty.
Yeah, right. And then
It's a wiener joke.
it is a wiener joke. And then after that, we are going to do the movie trivia and then overrated, underrated, the actors and actresses. And I have a surprise one for you, Justin, that
Oh,
you're
boy.
either going to hate or love. So we'll be right back.
Stick
after this.
around.
In space, no one can hear you sus.
Fee, fi, fo,
A man threatens the safety of a group of small space people. Can they come together?
Jimmy, give me a reason, damn it! Give me a reason not to kill you! Hey! Sorry, my dog.
Did she just hit Austin? Did she just hit Austin? Go ahead, Bueno. Say one fucking thing. I dare you. I fucking dare you.
Scott's tots was trying to kill me.
Yeah, okay, did you see the dead body of the guy you murdered?
No, it wasn't me.
Set aside their differences
What's up, bitch?
Am I supposed to
That's not cool.
literally argue your sense of blindness?
I'm just trying to be a good crewmate, but I'd like to kill some people soon.
There's no smile. I'm genuinely angry.
accomplish seemingly remedial tasks.
Do a task, huh?
Come on.
Do a task.
Oh,
yeah.
oh,
okay. That.
It was not an event, it was a task.
Oh.
Wiring is the fucking liar's tale. The liar's
I know, right? If the plane is about to go down because the reactor's broke, we don't need to put gas in the gas tank. What are you doing? Oh my god! We got navigation!
Yeah.
If the plane's gonna go down, I know,
will
buddy,
say-
but we just don't need gas anymore at that moment. The ship doesn't need to go, we need to fix it.
And find the imposter.
Holy shit,
This is
she's
dog
fast as
shit.
motherfuck! Fucking fuck!
Find out every Monday at 8 on Thoughts from the Bench.
And we are back. All right.
I'm really curious about this segment. I feel like I know one or two, but I'm hoping there's a screwball in here.
Are you
Oh,
talking
you
about
guys.
me?
Either one of you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I know you more than I know Zach's, but I feel like I know who a couple of Zach's definitely are going to be. Definitely.
wait. All right.
Okay.
Can I guess? You?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want me to start it off? I'll guess and
I
then
want to.
then
I want to
I'll-
guess. I want to
yeah.
guess for each of you.
So just to recap, what we're doing is
Yes.
we're gonna do each of ours top 5 love interests if we were casting a movie for someone playing opposite
Right.
us. So
Right.
who we would like to star in
Right.
opposite a romantic
Right.
comedy.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
So Zach, you're gonna try to guess Zach.
Yes.
Okay.
First up, ScarJo.
No.
That's not on his top 5.
You
It
know
is.
who it is?
It
it really?
is. Yeah.
Oh, I thought Lucy Liu was number 1.
No.
No,
Lucy
I
didn't
don't think
even
Lucy make
cut.
the list.
What? For all you were
Yeah.
talking about Lucy Liu, she's not even on the list?
Bitch is old news.
I think.
God damn. Cold-blooded.
Oh
We
my
don't-
god! I can't wait to clip those.
We
two.
don't chase them, we replace them.
Well, there you go. And then I think Jennifer Lawrence is on your list.
She is not.
She is not. Okay, those were my 2 guesses for you.
I
All right.
thought Lucy Liu was number 1.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
That's all you got?
That's all I got. Yeah.
Oh shit.
All
no.
right, Zach,
and Wednesday Addams. Top 5?
Christina Ricci.
No,
That's
you
Spooky
keep. She
Bitches.
was like a fucking kid in that movie.
Yeah,
Stop trying
I know.
to put that on
You
me.
keep getting weird about it.
Seriously.
All right,
All right, what you got?
Zach's top
so
5.
I got ScarJo. We'll start with ScarJo.
Okay,
I got Lady Gaga.
interesting.
Wow.
Okay,
That's
Yeah.
number. Is this like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Is that the way you're doing it?
No,
Or
they're
you
they're
go-
all interchangeable.
Oh, okay.
You know. ScarJo, Lady Gaga, Anne Hathaway.
yeah, that's a no-brainer.
Anne Hathaway. That's interesting. She has kind of dropped off the radar for a little bit.
I mean, that doesn't mean you wouldn't want to co-star with her in a movie.
I guess.
Yeah, big Anne Hathaway guy right
Yeah,
here.
she's on. She was on my big 50-star list here. Yeah.
What are your qualifications? Are these just the babes, or are these like a combination of the acting and the looks, or is it just the acting, or like what's your how are you basing this list?
I would say it's a combination of the two.
Okay.
You
I
know?
would say all of mine have made me fall in love with them in movies.
Okay.
Where like I legitimately like at the end of the movie was like, man, she is perfect.
Solid.
So
Okay.
Yeah, my number 4 is kind of a new addition to the list, but Megan Fox.
Megan Fox is a new addition.
I never thought
You live under a rock.
I never thought she was attractive.
what?
Until now.
Until you saw her in My Bloody Valentine, huh?
New
Till
Girl.
Machine. Oh yeah, she's great in New Girl.
She's great in
She's
New
great
Girl.
in New Girl.
Okay. Yeah. Reagan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's the first time she gets to play somebody like that's not just a hot chick.
Yeah.
Like she has some depth to her.
Yeah, she's complicated in that one.
Yeah.
But she's like wildly attractive.
Yes.
Like
She's beautiful.
unworldly.
Yes.
As much
Like,
as I
it's
love
strange.
Nick Miller, like I don't know about that one.
Yeah, no,
You know,
there's no
they were
fucking
reaching a
way.
little bit on that.
There's
I was
no way.
I was watching an interview with him, and I guess he was talking about meeting Prince in New Girl, and Prince called him Nick. So he and Zoe are standing there waiting to do the scene with Prince, right? And he like signals for Zoe Deschanel to walk over because he knew Zoe Deschanel from music and everything.
Yeah.
And you know they have a conversation. Apparently he turned to her and goes, "I'd like to meet Nick now." And he walks over and he goes, "Hi, Prince," and he goes, "Hello, Nicholas." Like he thought that was his name,
Oh.
and like nobody corrected him. It's just like Prince called you Nick. Your name's Nick. There you
Yeah,
go.
I mean Prince does what he wants.
Yeah, Jennifer's Body thoughts. I'd like her to kill me.
I'd let her
That's
kill me.
absolute. Oh, I'd let her
Jennifer's
kill
Body
me.
is
yes.
a movie she did in like 2008 where she played a cheerleader who was going around killing people, but it was like a real
Lesbian
sexualized
cheerleader.
version. Yeah, like the poster is her with like her tits hanging out
Yeah.
and the cheerleader.
Yeah,
costume.
yeah. And
Yeah.
she,
Shout
I
out.
think she's a vampire or something.
she does not. Doesn't she star across from the girl from Mean Girls, the third one?
Amanda Seyfried.
Yeah.
good memory.
Yeah.
Good memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a hot movie.
Transformers, obviously.
Right.
You know, bigger for the first 2 at least. I'm
Right.
surprised. So, you just saw her in New Girl recently?
Yeah, within like the last month or so.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I was
Interesting.
late. I was late to New Girl as well. you
And
know,
then-
but,
What's your fifth one?
I mean, we're gonna be real honest with ourselves, guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tom Hardy.
Oh.
Why are you laughing?
I'm here.
You
I'm here.
homophobic?
I'm all in. Can I change mine? I would like to co-star with Paul Rudd, Cillian Murphy,
Oh,
Tom
love
Hardy.
interest across the board.
Yes.
I mean, I'm.
Let's be straight.
It's the lips that do it for you, right?
It's everything.
It's
It's
everything.
the accent. It's the beard. It's the muscles.
Yeah,
I
sure.
mean,
It's the way he pauses in between
crazy-
words. It's
yeah.
how I can't understand a word he says. It's everything.
You actually do sound like you're in love with Tom
I
Hardy.
am in love with Tom Hardy. I
I
thought
hate
that's
the
what-
way I hate the way you comb your hair. I hate the way you whatever.
Yeah,
Just do that.
that's
scene. Just
literally.
rattle it off.
That's literally.
I hate the way I don't hate you.
I
even a
feel
little
like
bit.
I thought that was like something that we established on the very first episode of Mystic River when I recasted it with Tom Hardy and Cillian Murphy as a bisexual. Preach it, Zach.
Preach.
Share your love.
There it is.
There you go.
it's okay to be gay.
I can't fight you. I mean, Tom Hardy is, you know.
I love
he's a guy.
our very open chat today. I'm all about it.
Inclusive chat.
Inclusive chat.
Holla.
It's great.
Shout out.
Shout out everyone.
I love it.
Shout out all people.
Okay, so that's your 5.
Yes.
All right, you want to go next? You want me to go?
Sure, I'll go.
Okay, hang on. Kirsten Dunst.
What?
No. Okay.
Although I was in her house once.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was not there.
Fucking humble brag over here.
Yeah.
The rest of her family was there. She was not there.
Oh.
I used to work with her brother, so I knew him. Yeah.
He's
Okay.
like, then I had to put the gun away and leave.
Okay. Hang on. I'm guessing. Sarah Chalk.
No. Elliot from Scrubs.
Yeah.
She's okay.
Helen Mirren.
Honorable mention.
Honorable
go.
mention.
There we go.
You did have her as a
I'm
sex
telling you,
icon.
if you Google Helen Mirren bikini when she's 70,
She's a
it's
fucking-
unreal.
It's
Yeah.
unreal.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
You
know at least one of these.
I know. I feel like I'm coming up empty.
All right, time's up. Here we go.
Okay.
And I did rank this. I'm going to start with number 5 and go up to number 1.
Okay, great.
Number 5, surprisingly low on my list, and a few years ago she would have been number 1
Oh, duh.
forever.
Emma
Watson. Yes, she has.
I'm a dum dum.
She has come down the list in recent years because of repeated stories about her being difficult to work with and not so nice things that have been said about the people that have worked with her on set and things like that. And I did have the biggest crush on her for a very long time, and it's still there, but it's slowly dissipating. Steph, did you meet her on The Perks of Being a Wallflower when she was here shooting? That was 2011, I think.
That was also your peak obsession with her.
Yes.
And I will use that word. He was obsessed.
It's not unfair. Yeah, it
Steph's
was
in that movie.
obsession.
That's cool.
I was in that movie.
I was in that movie.
Were you?
No. In
All right.
spirit.
Yeah.
I was in the dance scene, the homecoming dance scene, which was filmed at Upper St. Clair High School, I think. You can see me in the trailer.
No, Mount Lebanon.
Was it?
I think it's Mount Lebanon.
Sure. And the Rocky Horror scene. Love that scene at the Hollywood Theater in Dormont.
Yep.
Yeah, it's still there. Okay, so 5 is Emma Watson. 4 is going on purely looks. I'll be honest, this is a Shallow Hal pick right here.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a tie between Jessica Alba and Alice Eve, who are just babes beyond all babes.
Are we looking up Alice Eve?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you'll know her if you saw her. She was in She's Out of Your League, which was filmed in Pittsburgh.
Okay,
Star Trek Into
yeah.
Darkness. Yeah, Alice Eve is actually, and she's a pretty good actress too for how much of a babe she is.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yes.
I've never seen this woman in anything, so.
Oh, okay. Well, have you seen Jessica Alba?
Yes. I've
Yeah.
seen Jessica Alba.
All right. Well, there you go. And these again, those are two ones that are just purely based on beauty, the beauty factor.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm here for it.
Okay.
3 and 4 are going a little older. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, they.
That's why I threw in Helen Mirren.
Yeah, I
fucking
know.
knew
I
it.
know.
Not
I
that
know.
one, no.
I know.
Number
knew
3
it.
for me is Carla Gugino, who I have loved for a very long time as Amanda Daniels in Entourage, which I just lost all credibility for admitting I watch Entourage. But
Entourage
Carla
is great.
Gugino, she played opposite The Rock in San Andreas. She's in The Haunting of Hill House. She is, I mean, she's like late 40s now, but she is like the queen of all cougars.
Josh wants to look her up, but has no idea how to spell her name.
Carla, not Carol. Carla Gugino, G-U-G. Yeah, there she is.
Got saved by Google.
Is this
on
the
that
mom?
one.
It's the mom in Hill House.
I think so.
She's a babe.
Yeah,
She is a
unbelievable.
babe.
Yeah, she has a very sexy voice too, and she's very low key. Number
Piercing eyes.
1. Yeah, just absolutely. Yeah, she was in Watchmen, Sucker Punch, and all these genre movies. She is not only the babe of all babes, but insanely talented as an actress, which you could say for these next two people. So that's number 3. Number 2 is Eva Green. and I know you've looked her up on the show before, but you can go ahead and do it again. Ava Green, played opposite Daniel Craig in Casino Royale. She was Vesper Lind, and she's been in a whole bunch of Tim Burton movies. And she's a French actress who is insanely talented, but has a very mysterious sort of gothic look to her. Like, she is Tim Burton's muse. She's like the younger Helena Bonham Carter. She's sort of in that role.
That's a really tough look to say that it's his new muse after he put 2 babies in Homebone Carter.
Penny, she was in Penny Dreadful, right, Steph? So, Eva Green is number 2. And then my new number 1, who has been number 1 for some time now, is Brie Larson.
I did know that.
I feel like...
That's why I was throwing blondes at you, because I'm like, all right.
Here's the thing. And Brie Larson always did it for me before this Captain Marvel bullshit, because that movie is garbage, and it's the same as every other fucking Marvel movie. But now everyone knows about her. But I was a big Brie Larson fan back when she was doing Short Term 12 and The Spectacular Now and all these indie films that she did before Captain Marvel when nobody knew about her. So fuck everyone who just likes Brie Larson because of Captain Marvel. Love of my life. We're going to be very happy together forever.
That's why I got Instagram, was to meet Brie Larson.
And
Brie Larson's on Instagram. I got to get Instagram.
What I love about Brie Larson while we're on a tangent here?
Yes, please.
Brie Larson
More.
is the type of sexy girl who knows that she's sexy, and I love
Oh,
it. Because
wow.
all of her posts on Instagram and YouTube.
Brie Larson says Winona.
Brie Larson, what?
Brie Larson, yes.
Her and Scott Pilgrim. Yeah,
Scott
she was
Pilgrim,
Envy
yep.
Adams, remember?
Yep.
But yeah, and she knows that she's sexy, which I love. But she's also like, she loves to play Nintendo, and she's like the biggest nerd. Like, she loves Star Wars. You know?
Right,
So,
right.
yes, Brie Larson forever. Pre-Marvel movies. Fuck Captain Marvel.
I love it.
And fuck everyone who likes Marvel.
I'm so excited.
I do really like our if anything, we stand by the actresses that we have giant crush on, except for Zach, who just dumped Lucy Liu. But like, I think that's very funny. Like, my crush for Tom Hardy has stayed true. Brie Larson has stayed true.
We're committed.
Our ScarJo crush has stayed true. I like it a lot. All right, here we go. Does anybody want to guess mine?
I know Aubrey Plaza's got to be on there.
Zoe Deschanel.
What?
Yeah. Right?
What?
And now, after your rant, your aforementioned Zoe rant.
But where
she
are
better
they
be on there.
the list?
Zoe's number 1.
All right.
No.
Let's find out.
He's over there changing his list.
Yeah.
Number 5. This is a new one to the scene. Give me Camila Mendez, who plays Veronica on Riverdale. She's been in a bunch of really, really bad Netflix rom-com teen movies. I've watched all of them because she's beautiful. And I legitimately do like her as an actress. I think she's better than that show. And I think when she gets a chance to kind of like break out and do some actual movies, she's going to be really good. Camila Mendez. Do you want to see what she looks like?
I don't understand a single thing that you just said. Like, I don't know that show. I don't know this person. Is Riverdale the one where it's like young Superman?
Oh, okay. It's like Archie the comic,
yep,
right?
Archie the comic. There's her with Archie.
Yeah.
KJ Appa.
I think I've seen her in something.
I support this.
But I don't know what.
Yeah, Camila Mendez.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Okay, so Camila Mendez is number 5. Number 4, Megan Fox.
What?
Come on.
Really?
Yeah. Jet black hair, blue eyes.
Okay.
Like 90% of the girls that I dated, except for the one that I married, looked or had dark hair and blue eyes.
Big old thumbs.
Big thumbs.
Does she have big thumbs?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a thing.
Yeah. But Megan Fox, to me, like, the second I saw her in Transformers, like, I was obsessed with her through adulthood. And when she was in New Girl, I watched New Girl from the start of the show to the end of the show, like, congruently. And just, yeah, she's awesome. In the Ninja Turtles, she's April O'Neil. Like, I mean, come on. Megan Fox, F4.
Okay.
Number 3. They say that this actress is very bizarre in real life and that you would not like her if you met her, and then I would tell you that I married her. Her name is Aubrey Plaza. She is stunningly beautiful, hilarious, and delightfully weird as a person, from what we gather. I'm all about that. The literal on-screen depiction of April and Andy in Parks and Rec is exactly how my marriage works. So, particularly when they ate out of Frisbees for months because they didn't want to buy bowls because that was too adult. We once shared a plate because we had broken them all and didn't want to go buy new ones. So, yeah.
And her interviews are hilarious.
Oh my God!
Like she's not faking her weirdness.
No,
at all.
that's who she is, and yeah, I love Aubrey Plaza. Number 2. She also has jet black hair, blue eyes. She's delightfully quirky.
She's adorkable.
She's adorkable.
Yeah.
She often sings for no reason. And my good friend Mike Dawson once said, she's so pretty I would hold her hand in public. Zooey Deschanel.
Okay, here's a question for you. Zooey Deschanel in Elf?
No.
Yay or nay?
No.
Hard nay.
No.
Blonde Zooey Deschanel.
That is the most not Zooey Deschanel character out of all of them.
Probably. But
Yeah.
she's still a little quirky. But it's definitely her least amount of
Yeah.
quirkiness.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, like,
Doesn't do it for you at all.
no.
All right.
But like, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Zooey Deschanel, 10 out of 10.
500 Days of Summer.
10 out of 10.
Oh, okay.
New Girl, peak Zooey Deschanel.
Her essence, yeah, for sure.
Right. The dresses, the laughing, the everything. The glass, everything. The bangs, everything. 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 So 2 is Zooey Deschanel.
Oh man, I totally just forgot somebody I want to add on my list. Never mind. Go ahead.
Number 1
Yeah.
was probably the first girl I ever had a crush on from watching them in a movie. Kirsten Dunst.
I've never heard you talk about Kirsten Dunst.
She's Torrance in Bring It On. She's Mary Jane in Spider-Man.
right.
Those are 2 very pivotal movies at a young age in my life that I continued to watch again and again and again. And then I was like in college and I went, I think I just like Kirsten Dunst. Like, I don't think it's these movies. I just really like her.
I knew she was going to be on your list,
Really?
and I don't know why.
That's cool.
But I was thinking it was Maggie Gyllenhaal, but I was thinking Mary Jane from Spider-Man.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Kirsten Dunst.
Wow. I'm
Yeah,
like
she
spooked
hasn't
out
been
by
in
that.
too much lately, unfortunately.
She
She's doing a TV show called On Being a God in Central Florida, which is a big hit on like Showtime or Stars or something.
She just seems like a genuinely fun, cool person. And like in her movies, she's just a sweetheart. An absolute sweetheart.
Who would you add as an honorable mention?
Honorable mentions Christina Ricci.
Nice.
Who did you forget?
Well, you were talking about the whole black hair and blue eyes thing.
Yeah.
And I've been seeing this person on Instagram a shit ton lately, and she is definitely like the babe of all babes. Alexandra Daddario.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dumps them out
and
in
she's
True
fun.
Detectives.
She is fun too. Like her posts are very fun. Like she seems like she has a really fun side to her. Daddaro. Yeah. Dad. Yeah, you're getting there. One letter.
It's my
one letter at a
favorite
time.
part of the show every week is
Yeah.
watching you try to Google shit.
Yeah.
It truly is.
That is Ario.
Is that her?
Yeah.
Yep.
What is she in?
She was in True Detective. She was in Baywatch. She's in all kinds of stuff. She was in New Girl. She played the girl. Remember those 2 girls that moved across the hall?
Yeah.
She was the one girl that moved across the hall.
Okay.
But yeah, she's in a lot.
I mean,
of
she
things.
looks very familiar, but like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Percy
can't place
Jackson
her.
when she was younger. But
I don't know.
anyway, that's one of my honorable mentions with Helen Mirren.
Shout out.
All right, fine. Helen
Mirren bikini.
Helen.
This is not.
Mirren
I'm telling you guys, this is not like a smut show, right? We don't just Google
Bikini.
that stuff. But that one, the pink one.
The pink one.
She's 70 years old in that photo.
All right, hang on. Let's get this up here. All right. Here's what Justin has been screaming about.
I mean,
On the right is a 70-year-old woman.
Yes.
70 plus. She might be older.
Yes.
So, yeah. Helen Mirren, all day, every day.
Okay.
And congrats to you on your terrific genes and workout regimen.
I want to just leave that up so that like when Derek jumps on this computer tomorrow, there's just Helen Mirren in a bikini. All right.
Zach, did you have an honorable mention?
Yeah.
Did you mention? That's a
yeah, and I don't know her name, but me and Josh were talking about her earlier.
Oh.
But Jesse's girlfriend in Breaking Bad.
Oh, yes.
She's the friend in She's Out of My League.
Oh, Kristen Ritter.
Kristen Ritter.
Yeah,
That's
I do
it.
like Kristen Ritter too.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, give me all that.
Yeah, she was awesome, and oh man, somebody did that as a Halloween costume. That's a good Halloween costume. But yeah, she kills it in Breaking Bad.
Nice.
But yeah, all right.
Okay.
Cool.
Solid stuff. Shout out Tom Hardy once again.
Amen.
Tom Hardy's everybody's honorable mention.
I mean,
Yeah.
We love Aubrey Plaza in this house. Peak. Yes.
Kristen Ritter's from Bloomsburg. There you go.
Oh, wow.
where's that at?
It's close enough.
Hi, boys.
I'm out.
Next big holiday.
I'm out.
Close
Hop
enough.
in the car.
Yeah.
Where's that from? Oh,
No,
close enough.
No, close enough. All right.
Sure.
Say less.
Now, Justin has devised a very fun game that he is
God.
going to say the quote, and we have to guess the movie, right?
Yeah, so what we did, because we're doing a show about Hitch, is that, the movie's about Will Smith being a date doctor and giving all this advice to Kevin James and himself about, ways that he makes people fall in love and pieces of advice that he gives them. So what I did was I grabbed a whole bunch of, I have about a dozen quotes from movies that are pieces of advice on love and dating. And I'm going to throw these out to you guys, and we're going to see if you can guess any of the movies.
Are we working as a team or are we competing?
Competing.
Okay, well, there you go.
Again,
All right.
yeah, and the chat is competing too. Everyone's
chat
competing.
is competing.
We'll give it like 10 seconds per one of them.
Everybody's going to get these fucking hands.
Now, is it just we're just doing like scream it out, like first person to yell it out
yeah,
wins?
just
Okay.
if the chat puts
Hang
it
on.
first, or if you guys
I'm
like
putting Zach,
I hope
Josh,
it's like overrated,
the chat.
underrated, where we haven't seen these movies. We're just like,
I
yeah,
have no
that's why
idea.
I'm like, I hope they know enough romantic movies that they can actually.
Steph
like,
is gonna kill
think
us
some
in this
stuff.
one. All right.
All right, so the first one.
Yes.
We're gonna see if you guys are paying attention because I put this in the group chat a couple of days ago.
Oh shit.
The first quote: when it comes down to making out, whenever possible,
Fast Times
put
at
on
Ridgemont
side
High.
1 of Led Zeppelin 4.
Black Dog, baby. Come on.
You have to wait till I finish the question.
Okay. Well, it's Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
It is Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Point
When
to
it comes
Josh.
down to making out, whenever possible, put on side 1 of Led Zeppelin 4.
'Kay.
Should I do that in my Spicoli voice? I know I can't do Spicoli
No.
at this point. Okay. Number 2. And again, wait till we finish the question before you chime in here, or the quote. Don't waste your time on girls with hats. They tend to be very proper. Yeah? Well, the proper girl in the hat just fucked the shit out of me.
God, it's that second line sounds like it could have only come from Ryan Reynolds.
5,
So I'm gonna say Just Friends.
3, 2.
Wedding Crashers.
Wedding Crashers is right. Steph gets it.
Steph!
Remember they're at the wedding and he's looking around, scoping them out, and he's like, "Proper girl." He's like, "Girl in the hat, 3 rows back." Owen Wilson's like, "No, don't waste your time on the proper girls or girls in hats. They're too proper." And Vince Vaughn goes, "Yeah, well, proper girl in the hat just fucked the shit out of me."
Great line.
Great line.
Great line.
This one also was in the chat a couple days ago, but we'll see if you guys were paying attention.
Oh God.
I don't even have any good skills, like nunchuck skills or bow hunting skills, computer hacking skills. Girls only want boyfriends who have great skills.
Scott Pilgrim.
Dynamite. Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, okay. Napoleon Dynamite is the winner. Scott Pilgrim's a good guess, though. I mean, that is sort of like in the same world. Is that
Felt like
know,
uncut
like-
gems waiting for you to finish the fucking quote.
nunchuck skills and bow hunting skills, computer hacking?
Is that a
skills.
rom-com?
Yeah.
It's a no.
That's a
Listen,
piece of
it's,
dating
It
advice?
really is,
It's
though.
it's a good piece of dating advice from the classic Napoleon Dynamite. Girls only want boyfriends who have great skills, which, may or may not be true.
Yeah, I mean, Uncle Rico can throw a football over them mountains, so.
Quarter
God
mile.
bless.
Okay, number 3. You ask them questions and listen to what they have to say and shit.
Hitch.
No. You ask them questions.
I've heard it before, but I
listen to
can't
what
place
they have
it.
to say and shit.
Jack Black says it.
4,
No?
3, 2.
I don't know.
The answer, American Pie,
Oh man.
who we know the chat hates.
Yeah.
But
Point to the chat.
Chris
no.
Klein, on the lacrosse team.
Steph should have asked her dad.
Yeah.
That's
Phone a
at
friend.
that's at the very beginning of number 1
Okay.
when they're talking about it, and Chris Klein's like, yeah, you like ask them questions and listen to what they have to say and shit, which is essentially what Hitch said. Listen
Yes.
and respond.
Right.
So American
Just-
Pie, not as sleazy a movie as it seems to be. But no, that's a conversation for a different time.
Yes. Don't get stuff going.
All right, a little bit of an older one here for you boys.
Yeah.
A relationship, I think, is like a shark. It has to constantly move forward, or it dies. And I think what we've got on our hands is a dead shark.
Finding Nemo. Fucking hell. Shit.
I'm going to take a shot in the dark.
Yeah.
Manhattan.
Very close.
Annie Hall.
Annie Hall.
Annie Hall.
Woody
Woody
Allen
Allen
and
has
Annie
said
Hall.
this.
Have you
Yeah,
guys seen
that's-
Annie? Have you guys actually seen Annie
No,
Hall?
but it sounded like a Woody Allen line
Okay.
if there ever was one. That's why I thought. But
Stephanie Woody Allen had that one. Yeah,
we'll
definitely
give
a
that
Woody
one
Allen
to
one.
we'll give that one to Steph in the chat.
Okay. Josh mentioned this movie earlier in the show, so we'll see if
Oh.
anyone caught it. It's not who you want to spend Friday night with. It's who you want to spend all day Saturday with.
I mentioned this movie in the show.
8, 7. I'll give you a hint. It was said by Woody Harrelson. 6, 5.
Anger management.
No, he says, "Hello, I'm Galaxia. I am
I
from
feel
the
like
planet
dancing."
Lickensy
Steph, Friends with Benefits again. I don't know if she's googling these or if she's just really
No,
good.
Steph knows
but
these.
Seems like a fucking
Yeah.
cheater.
Woody
she knows
Harrelson
them.
is giving
JK.
JT some love advice. It's not Friday night, baby.
I see. I've never even seen that movie, so there
it's
you go.
fun.
I
That's a
was
fun one.
thinking Goodfellas, like Friday was for the wives, but Saturday was for the girlfriends.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
I was like, that's
along
not
the
it.
same lines, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Another movie that has come up in the show already, and I didn't plan this, just conversation went this way. Mila Kunis is a babe. You think I'm not gonna watch a movie about sex with her? I
Friends with
couldn't
Benefits.
agree with you more.
There you go.
Which is why I watched No Strings Attached with Natalie Portman.
Yes.
Not as good as Friends with Benefits.
Right, which is really weird because
Is it Friends with Benefits?
Friends with Bennett's and No Strings Attached are the same movie,
Mhm.
but one of them is Mila Kunis, one of them is Ashton Kutcher, and then they get married after both movies are over. Almost as like, I couldn't handle seeing you fuck somebody else on screen. Now we're getting back together.
Maybe.
I mean, did I get the question right?
No, I didn't read it yet. I was reading the
Oh.
chat.
Oh, that was the quote.
No. No.
Whoops.
It should be in a movie, though. It is
Yeah.
a good quote.
I was like, that's very
Black Swan.
breaking the fourth
right.
wall.
Here we go. Just because she likes the same bizarro crap you do doesn't mean she's your soulmate.
Friends with Benefits?
8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Can I guess again?
Yeah.
Scott Pilgrim?
Okay.
I don't know, dude.
Nothing in the chat.
500
Winona,
days.
500 days at the buzzer.
Oh.
At the buzzer, 500 days of summer. That was Chloe Grace talking to Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to talk some
yeah,
sense
yeah,
into
yeah,
him.
yeah.
Doesn't mean she's your soulmate.
Right.
Shout out Winona. Good
The
call on
chat's
that one.
killing us.
Can we still win this?
No. And even if we were
You
working
have
on
to
the
team
same
up.
team.
I think you have to team up against the chat.
Yeah,
now, 'cause
we're
they're
getting
that
killed.
hand.
Let's join
Slaughtered.
forces.
All right.
4-1 right or 4-2 right now
Jesus
if we're on the
Christ.
same team.
How many more left?
I
need at
five.
least
Looks
30.
like
Okay.
5. of them.
5. Okay,
Let's
we
go.
got
Okay.
this.
Let's
Fuck
go.
you,
Here we go.
chat.
Boys versus girls.
Suck it.
Marriage is like a tense, unfunny version of Everybody Loves Raymond, only it doesn't last 22 minutes. It lasts forever.
Fuck. I just watched this movie.
8,
Better come up with it, bro.
No, I don't have it.
4, 3, 2, and that's knocked up. That's Paul Rudd.
Ah.
That's your boy talking to Seth Rogen.
Did you see how I reacted though? Because I felt his presence inside
exactly
of me.
right.
I was like, he's close.
Steph, I don't think we can count that. That was after the buzzer.
Too
on that
late.
one.
No, but they're delayed. Remember?
Are they?
Yeah. I think we got to
Yeah.
give it to him.
Yeah, if you say so.
It's fucked.
Yeah. Only it doesn't last 22 minutes. Lasts forever. I hope not. But okay, here's a movie that's a little bit older. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it is certainly a classic. You know, I used to wait 2 days to call anybody, but now it's like everyone in town waits 2 days. So I think 3 days is kind of money. What do you think? I'll read that one again. You know, I used to wait 2 days to call anybody, but now it's like everyone in town waits 2 days. So I think 3 days is kind of money. What do you think?
The word money makes me think
8,
that it's
7,
a black person saying it.
6,
As bad as that is.
5,
I mean, that seems
fucked
to be
up.
where we're at.
3.
I was thinking Jerry Maguire.
Oh.
For that same reason.
Okay, there you
It's Vince Vaughn that said it, not a black guy.
Well, I'm wrong.
Well, I mean.
This is from Swingers.
Oh, yeah.
You guys ever
I've
seen
never
Swingers?
that.
Money,
No.
baby. You're so money. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Jon Favreau and Vince Vaughn from
Yeah.
the mid-90s. Just trying to
Jon
pick up
Favreau.
girls. Yeah, Vince Vaughn.
All right.
You don't wait 2 days. You wait 3 days. That's pretty money. All right, here's a little. Here's
Sorry. It is what
No,
it is.
I love it. I love it.
All right, this one we're going a little bit more lovey-dovey on this one. And I don't know if you guys have seen this, but give it your all. All right. I guess when you're young, you just believe there will be many people you'll connect with. And then later in life, you realize it only happens a few times.
It's P.S. I love you.
It is not P.S. I love you.
Ooh. Kathy Bates says something very similar.
I guess when you're young, you just believe there will be many people you'll connect with. And then later in life, you realize it only happens a couple times. It's from a Richard Linklater movie, if that helps you at all.
Not Love Actually.
Not really.
No.
Nope.
I don't know
5,
it.
4. Zach, any guesses?
The Departed.
Boondock Saints.
Yeah.
I think it was Mark Wahlberg in The Departed, actually.
Yeah.
This is from a movie called Before Sunset that
I've
Richard
never
Linklater
seen
directed.
that.
It's Ethan Hawke and Julie Delpy essentially walking around Paris talking as teenagers for like an hour and a half.
Okay.
Great romantic trilogy, his Before trilogy.
Fuck.
We got 2 left, and you guys need to get at least one of these.
We're getting slaughtered.
Yes.
And these are both ones that you should get because they're movies that we know well and have talked about on the show
Okay.
today, in fact.
Okay.
Didn't help earlier.
No, it didn't.
And this is not a throwaway one
Okay.
to get you guys back in the game. Ready? Maybe next time we don't date the girl with 11 even ex-boyfriends.
Oh, Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't say that one right. It came out too fast.
No, but I got
Maybe
it.
next time we don't date the girl with 11 evil ex-boyfriends.
Yeah. Well, one is a girlfriend.
That's
10
true.
evil ex-boyfriends.
Well, the quote is 11 evil
And technically
ex-boyfriends.
there's twins, so it's kind of like a weird. Damn it. Sorry, Steph.
Yeah.
Chat was lagged on that one.
Okay. Well, we'll call. What are we
A
calling
win's
it?
a
A tie?
win.
Are we calling it a tie going into the final one here?
What? We're getting killed. Give us that point.
Yeah, we'll call it a tie.
What?
No, I thought.
Alright.
Are we calling the whole thing a tie before this
Yeah,
last one?
yeah. that's a
Josh
tie.
and Zach versus the chat are tied with one quote to go.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's not true, but yeah.
And this is a great movie, and it's a nice, lovely quote. Ready for
Okay.
it?
Okay.
I always just envision the right one being someone I could grow old with.
P.S. I love you.
No! Stop guessing
Damn
that.
it!
It's not right. You know this one.
Someone I can grow old with.
I always envision the right one as being someone I could grow old with. I'll give you a hint. It's not Billy Idol that says it.
Oh, it's Wedding Singer.
The Wedding Singer.
Grow old
Wedding
with
Singer.
you.
There you
yeah,
go.
Drew,
Yep.
Drew Barrymore.
Drew
said
Barrymore,
that.
right?
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
That's it.
Well, we won, ladies. So
Yeah. I think the chat killed you guys on that
Yeah,
one, but for the sake of calling it close, yeah.
Well,
Let's
I mean,
pretend it was
so
close.
Steph's gonna complain that she didn't get to type in the Scott Pilgrim one, but the chat has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I have 3. Zach has 1. That gives us 4.
I had 2.
A nail biter.
I had Napoleon Dynamite and The Wedding Singer.
Well, just now, yeah.
Well, you both had the wedding
Wedding
singer.
Singer.
I
Yeah.
said it first.
Oh, well, there you go.
I think it's
All
a 5-4 win for the chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Congrats to
Yeah.
Good
the
job,
ladies.
chat.
So there we go. That's our new segment of
I like
Guess
that.
the Movie Quote.
I like that a
Yeah.
lot.
We'll
That was
see.
good.
We'll finagle with that
I
one
like
maybe
that
a
a
little
lot.
bit, but
Yeah.
there you go. We'll have to make sure it's movies that you guys have seen next time.
No,
But
no, it's a swinging it. I mean, we almost
It's
got
never
the Woody
stopped us
Allen one
before.
just knowing it's Woody
you did,
Allen.
yeah. You were close. That was a
So-
hell of a guess for Woody Allen.
Yeah.
But
Okay. So it's never stopped us before. All right. Overrated, underrated. This is where we just kind of talk about the actors and kind of give them an overrated, underrated ranking. But we're gonna start with the director.
wow, pick a worse photo.
There's not a lot of Andy
Some
Tennant.
schlub on the couch.
I thought
So-
it was Chaz Bono.
Yeah. Oh my God. Wow.
All right,
Okay.
well, give them his credit so
Yeah,
at least we give some
so-
respectability.
All right,
here.
here let's kind of go through this. First off, he directed 2 very important episodes of The Wonder Years, which is Heartbreak, where, what's her fucking name? Jesus Christ! Did you see it leave my fucking head?
I don't even know what the Wonder Years is.
The TV show.
Is Fred Savage in it?
Fred Savage, and
Okay.
what is? Every time I pause, like it's coming, and then I never fucking say it.
I don't know. I can't remember anyone else in that show.
Where are you?
Where
Winnie
are
Cooper.
you? Sorry.
Winnie Cooper. They are a damn good band. That is correct, Steph. But
Okay, sure.
The Wonder Years. It's when Winnie Cooper and Fred Savage break up. Is the one, and then Math is another great
Right.
one. Anyway, so he also does I think we're kind of getting. There we go. Are we back? Yeah. All right. Cool. So
A lot
yeah.
of romantic stuff, comedies in particular.
So Fools Rush In. Anna and the King, Home Sweet Alabama, Hitch, Fool's Gold. I mean,
Yeah, The Bounty Hunter,
Right.
Gerard Butler, and your favorite Jennifer Aniston, who
Right.
sucks.
Thunderballs.
Thunderballs. So I would say, he's no John Hughes, but he's probably underrated.
I'd say underrated if only for Hitch, because I don't think anyone knows who he is at all. So yeah, underrated.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm with Justin there.
There you go. All right. So Andy Tennant underrated. Justin, how do you feel about Michael Rappaport?
Are you going from like least to most characters in this? Is that,
Well,
We're going from ugliest fucking
I was
person.
like, where's Will Smith at?
Here's the deal. I really like Michael Rappaport. Now, I know as a person, he's not exactly, fucking Reese Witherspoon here. He's not a sweetheart by any stretch. But I think as an actor, he plays that role like only Michael Rappaport can. There's certain roles, like he's incredible and atypical. Like that's a perfect Michael Rappaport role. This role is a perfect Michael Rappaport role.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see King of Staten Island?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought Bill Burr was just doing a Michael Rappaport impression. Because that's who he was trying to pass off as, and it was not as genuine had they just gone with Michael Rappaport.
Okay, that's fair.
So I think he's underrated for that.
Zach?
I just hate. First off, I hate his face. He looks like the Emperor from Star Wars.
Wow.
I mean, he just looks like he's
Cutting in.
like the oldest Make-A-Wish kid.
Oh, oh man.
It
Poor
is
Michael
what it
Rappaport.
is. It is what it is.
Wow.
It is what it fucking
Yeah,
is.
well, it's not the most flattering picture, that's for sure.
None of them are. None of them are.
That's
It's like
true.
if you took a picture of a vampire and like there was a glitch and you could actually take a picture of a vampire.
There you go.
But yeah, so I said I hated him, and then Josh was like, "But what about Atypical?" And I was like, "He is pretty good in Atypical."
Yeah.
And like, I mean, the fact that we're talking about him is like kind of funny because he's in the movie for like 20 seconds.
Right.
But he's an important New Yorker, so I get it. But I like his like cameos and shit. You
Right.
know? Like a little dash of Rappaport.
He's almost become John Malkovich-esque in the sense that, like, he's just playing himself in a movie or whatever, but, like, when he's in it, you're like, yeah, that's who that's supposed to be.
Yeah.
He was in Deep Blue Sea. Hello.
Yep.
Classic. I like everybody in that movie.
You do love that movie
It's a great
lot.
one.
You
the
love
shark
that
jumps
movie.
out of the water and eats Samuel L. Jackson.
It's hilarious.
Come on.
Ice-T is screwed in that movie.
Steph says, I forgot who he was, and did you see the Bamboozled movie he was fucking in?
No.
What's JFC mean?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Okay. I don't know what Bamboozled is. Is that a new movie?
I don't
Or is
know.
that like an old TV movie or something? Bamboozled.
I'm looking it up.
I'm bamboozled by the question.
Bam. Boo. There it is.
2000.
Damon Wayans, 2000. This should be a gem.
Oh, there he is.
Oh,
wow. He
Spike
looks
Lee
like a
directed it.
giant stoner.
It's a Spike Lee movie.
It's
Hell
a
of a
Spike Lee
poster.
joint.
Jada Pinkett Smith in it. I mean, it's
Wow.
I want to watch it
This
now.
is loaded.
Yeah.
What's with
Damon
this
Wayans.
creepy
Oh my
doll?
God! Wait, what is the?
What is that picture?
Oh, Jesus God.
This is not.
It's about blackface.
This has not aged well. Or maybe it has aged extremely well. 'cause
Who
it's
is the
Spike
one in the
Lee.
blackface is the question.
Oh, it's
I
got
don't
Paul
know.
Mooney.
Tommy Davidson?
Paul Mooney.
Shout out.
Paul fucking Mooney.
It's a minstrel doll.
A word I
If
can't
that's a
say,
doll,
Damas.
that's
Paul
super-
Mooney in fucking Chappelle Show.
You could say it.
No.
You can't say the N-word if that's
N-word Damas in.
I didn't think it was the actual N-word. I thought it was something else.
It's too risky.
Yeah.
But
we're
Paul
not gonna
Mooney's
do
the
it.
fucking man.
Yeah, Paul Mooney.
Okay.
Yeah.
Goat.
Yeah, no one saw Bamboozled. I
All
don't
right.
think.
Well, now I am gonna see it though. Thanks,
yeah.
Steph.
Michael Rappaport, I'll say he is fairly rated as Michael Rappaport. I don't.
Just to be clear, I genuinely thought it was a different N-word, and I was not advocating for the use of the N-word on this show.
okay,
We all know
okay.
how
I wasn't
Zach
saying-
likes
okay,
controversy on the
I
show.
wasn't saying like
Always likes
Now,
controversy.
if it
You
was
can
a
say
slur towards gypsies,
Oh,
I would
kill
be,
them all.
Which I mean, gypsy is a slur towards gypsies. So there you go.
Okay.
All right.
Got that.
Amber Valletta is a really interesting one. I only ever saw her in Hitch, and she played in Gamer opposite Gerard Butler, and those are the only two things I ever think she was
She
in.
just seems like a model that they tried as an actress.
That's
from
exactly
what I gather.
she was,
Yeah.
I believe. And I don't think she was bad in either movie,
No.
but
But
she just didn't land.
it was like we couldn't get Kirsten Dunst, or not Kirsten Dunst. Cameron Diaz. That's how I felt when I saw her in Hitch.
Cameron
I was like,
Diaz is an actress, so she can act.
but
even
no,
though-
that's what I'm saying. Like they couldn't get Cameron Diaz, so they got a Cameron Diaz look-alike. That's how I felt.
I feel like that's a discredit to Cameron Diaz a little bit. But I think that Amber Valletta is probably fairly rated as not someone who stuck around in movies. But she was fine in the 2 that I saw her in the role that she was in.
I don't think it was anything like amazing or anything like that. But
I agree. I liked her.
All right.
It's kind of a weird person to throw in with Kevin James and Will Smith and Eva Mendes, isn't it?
That's why
like
I'm saying like they wanted like Cameron Diaz, because Cameron Diaz has played a number of those like quirky blonde roles in rom-coms before and like kills it in those, right? Like Something About Mary, she's fucking fantastic in, right?
Right. Maybe what they wanted was because Allegra Cole in the movie is supposed to be like a celebrity heiress type, right? So maybe they wanted someone who could pull off being that character who wasn't already well known, like a famous celebrity. Like maybe that's why they went away from an actress.
Right. They were trying to go Paris Hilton with the character.
Yeah, like someone better than Paris Hilton. Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
Fairly rated.
Yeah. Eva Mendes.
I mean, one of the greats, a Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer.
Oh yeah.
Strong words.
In terms of like attractive like love interests in movies.
Okay. Eva Mendes, I wish she was in more. Like lately, I think she's just been momming it up with Ryan Gosling, and I can't remember what the last movie I saw her.
Well, they broke up.
I don't think so. They still have kids together, and I don't know if they ever got married, but I don't think so. But in Training Day, outstanding. In Hitch, outstanding. In a comedic role, which is great. I think Eva Mendes is probably a little underrated, just because she hasn't been around for a little while. I don't think, which sucks.
Overrated.
The Place Beyond the Pines.
Place Beyond the Pines, great fucking movie.
She's overrated.
What?
Well,
I don't find her charming. I don't think she's a terrific actress. I just think she has a look, and they use that look.
Yeah, I mean, she dumps them out in almost every movie.
Yeah.
Remember the Spin City knockoff, The Spirit? Did you see that one? She was
No.
in that movie, which was not as good as Sin City, obviously.
Wait. Oh, I thought you said
Samuel.
Spin City.
No, Sin City.
The Phantom with George Clooney?
No, it was called The Spirit, and it was with like Samuel L. Jackson. But it was shot in the same way that it's Frank Miller, but it's like the black and white and everything. And she was one of the main characters in that movie. Oh, she was in Ghost Rider, right? Forgot about that. Opposite Nicolas Cage, which poor her. She hasn't been in a movie since 2014. Something called Lost River, but her last actual movie that people would know her in was Place Beyond the Pines, which was 2012. So that's almost a decade off the screen there, which is a bummer because I do like Eva Mendes.
Steph said she can't forgive her for the monstrosity known as Ghost Rider.
Yeah, I mean Ghost Rider has its place. I think like it's so bad that it's good almost type of thing. I wouldn't watch it more than like 2 or 3 times in my life. But
Yeah, dude, I don't know. I just
doesn't do it for you.
No, she really doesn't in any way, shape, or form. And like I don't know, man. Like, wasn't she like got really big on a TV show, right? And then like she tried to make the jump to Hollywood. Wasn't that part of the bit?
She was not on a TV show that I remember. No.
No.
ER.
Okay. No, it's just an episode.
Too Fast, Too Furious. She was in. Yeah.
No, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Once Upon a Time in Mexico. I mean, she was real big there in the early 2000s.
Yeah, I know, and I never got it.
She's in a Strokes video.
We Own the Night. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Other Guys. I didn't.
Oh, We Own the Night is a fucking.
That's a movie.
Mark Wahlberg and
Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin.
Yeah. Cops.
Oh, hey, sign me up for that then.
James Gray. Love
yeah,
him.
I mean, if I had to add another, I don't know if I added. Oh, I did. Christina Ricci.
Yeah, I
Or
did.
no.
I said Christina Ricci.
Kristen Ritter. I would add Joaquin Phoenix as an honorable mention.
For sure. For sure.
I've never seen We Own the Night, but I love James Gray as a filmmaker. How would you compare that to The Departed? Like very similar, or?
I mean, I don't like The Departed at all.
What is in terms of the movie though? Like similar movies, you think?
Not really.
Okay.
Because it's not really like a mob movie.
What? It's a cop movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I would highly recommend.
You see, that's the cool part about The Departed because the mob is inside the police.
And vice versa.
And you never know who's the snitch.
I'm trying
And
to
then Mark
remember.
Wahlberg kills him in the end for justice. It's great. Have you not actually seen The Departed?
No, I have. I saw it once.
What are you, on your period?
That's a quote from the movie, ladies. It's not Josh being mean to Zach.
But also being mean to Zach.
Well, it's a double entendre.
It's not a great movie. It's not. It's not.
That's a
good.
conversation.
It's
for
not
another
a
time.
good. It's
Anyway,
not good.
so Eva Mendes. All right. I
Shout
said
out.
underrated or
You said
overrated.
over. I said under. Zach.
Under.
Nice.
Okay. All right. Can this guy I would like to try to find an actor this guy can't find chemistry with. Fucking Kevin James.
Kevin James is weird because he's like on the 3rd or 4th TV show now that's like the same as every other TV show.
But
right?
every time he's
I
in
feel like
it,
he's just done King of Queens like 4 times.
but he's
now.
awesome. Like you watch it all, like you would be like, yeah, absolutely.
I like Kevin James as an actor for sure. He's a really likable guy.
He
whether
could
it's grown
he could
Ups or
co-star
whatever.
with a broomstick, and the broomstick would come across as electric
well
because of Kevin
everything-
James.
When you think of Kevin James, does anything come to mind besides an Adam Sandler movies
Hitch is
King of Queens.
yeah
and King of Queens?
yeah.
My number one thing is that I've heard he's like one of the worst celebrities to meet.
Really?
Oh no.
I haven't heard that.
If you would indulge me for like 2 minutes.
Absolutely, take it away.
I was on this like Reddit thread once of like the worst actors you could meet, and the one was Vince Vaughn. And the Kevin James story was that this lady was a waitress at a restaurant, and before Kevin James came in, his like people came in and said, "You do not look at Mr. James. You do not speak directly to Mr. James. Like you don't address him at all." So she's like, I was like, okay, like that's fucking weird, you know. She was like, I'm doing my rounds, and I come back to the table, and I notice his water is like empty. So she was like, I said, like, you know, could I get you another water? And she was like, Kevin James looked at me and said, I know you were told not to fucking talk to me.
Damn.
Yeah. And so at that point, I was
don't
just
think
like, I'm out.
if you heard that story about De Niro, you'd be like, "What's Robert fucking De Niro?" But
I
like
wouldn't
Kevin
even-
James, you'd be like, "Okay."
I don't even. It's just like the
Hardcore.
the
man.
worst thing.
Yeah.
That's so rude. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like harsh. I would feel really.
Dolly
sad if
Parton
I
would
got
kick
that.
him in the nuts for that.
Hell yeah.
Because Dolly Parton's famous quote is, "I don't understand why celebrities hate it when people come up to them. My goal was to be famous."
Yeah.
Well, that's Dolly.
That is Dolly.
I could.
You know
there's
what?
Other...
What Dolly Parton in the honorable mentions too.
Shout out
If-
Dolly.
Fucking rights.
Oh yeah.
That's not. He's not the only celebrity that's like that, though. I mean, that's not.
I'm
completely
sure it's not
uncommon.
uncommon at all.
Yeah, but like from Kevin James.
Right, that's where
I
I'm
wouldn't
at.
Such a
necessarily think-
lovable fat fuck.
Right, like De Niro, you're like, okay, he's moody, or you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Tarantino, or you know, like somebody that's like a really like deep-seated, like, you know, thinker, and like you think of them as being very like moody or whatever. Like Christian Bale, right? You'd be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. This guy's supposed to be funny.
Right. Well, that's what people get confused with celebrities. They think
know
they
what?
are the people that they play.
Overrated now.
Overrated.
Overrated.
I'm saying
Winona likes him in Chuck and Larry, which I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry is a good Adam Sandler
it's a
movie. You
great
need to get
movie.
that one.
Yep.
It's a fun one. But I agree with Steph where he plays the same role in everything, and I don't know if he'll get out of it. I don't think he will. I do think he's similar in everything. Although I think he just came out with something where he's like got a shaved head and is supposed to be playing like tough guy. If I
he's like a
remember that
white
correctly.
supremacist.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, he's like hunting this like little girl.
Which actually sounds like maybe it's closer to the truth
Yeah.
than fiction.
Yeah,
So
seriously.
Kevin Spacey moment coming down the
He's
pile.
playing
Yep.
himself. in
Yeah,
this
all
one.
right, great.
Okay. Well, now I don't want to see. Yeah.
Right.
Have you guys seen his like YouTube videos he's been putting out during the
No.
quarantine?
Uh-uh.
Kevin James.
No.
He does this character where he's like a just like an on-set hand. And so the one is that he's operating like the boom mic for Daniel Day-Lewis and There Will Be Blood.
Oh my
And he's
God.
like doing the like I drink your milkshake monologue.
Yeah.
And Kevin James is like, Are you talking to me? Like he thinks he's like running lines with him. It's so funny.
Okay. Well, now I don't want to support him in any way, though.
Yeah, I
based on that
know.
But
first
it's on
story you told
YouTube,
me.
so I don't know how much
Yeah.
if he gets
Okay.
monetized. But I'm gonna say overrated just
All right.
because
All right.
it makes me sad.
This guy, if you say overrated, Zach,
Zach already said overrated.
you're going to have to walk out of here with crutches.
Already said it.
Come on.
Defend it. Why is he overrated?
Yeah. Yeah.
Big Will.
Yeah.
Grammy
Get
winner.
the mallet. Get
Oscar
the mallet.
nominated.
Put a mallet to his
Yeah.
head.
You guys gonna hobble me?
Yeah.
Kathy Bates style. Okay.
Box office
Speaking
champion,
of underrated,
successful TV
Kathy
star.
Bates. Yeah. Come on,
He's
man.
conquered everything. He's charming. He's just a movie star. Like he's a good family man. Like,
The
what's deal
only
here?
thing the man is missing from his trophy case is a fucking Oscar, and that's not his fault.
Nominated twice though. Still good. But yeah, let's hear it, Zach. I want to hear it.
I can't. Okay, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Go ahead. We're gonna listen.
He had.
You're so wrong.
He had his run.
Yes.
He had his run.
Yes.
The Fresh Prince
Mhm.
is a great show.
One of the top 5.
It's not great because of Will Smith. It's everybody. It's everybody.
It's a great ensemble.
It's a great
It is a
ensemble.
great
Yeah, but Will
ensemble.
Smith is the anchor of it.
Right.
Yeah, but without Phil Banks.
Well,
without,
you need them all, but there's no
You
question
need 'em all.
he is
Yeah.
a little bit above everyone else.
Ashley, I could do without.
Yeah.
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 I think it could be anybody. I think that's just a great ensemble.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but
all
solid
right,
though.
All right. All right.
So I'll give you Men in Black. I'll give you Independence Day,
Mhm.
and I'll give you Wild Wild West.
Fuck yeah, you will.
That movie's terrible. That's the one you
course.
want to give us?
I
Are you
love
sure?
that. I love that
Oh.
movie.
Wait, so it
so
ends.
good.
It ends there.
Dr. Loveless.
Yeah, unless and I mean, getting jiggy with it. The Millennium album, just the two of us singing about his son. Like that's great. But like,
I can't.
what
I'm
am I
surprised.
missing?
All right, Josh, do you want to run through? I think Steph already said half of them in the chat.
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
She
yeah,
said,
yeah.
"I Am Legend."
I Am Legend sucks.
I Am Legend
No.
is a great movie.
I, Robot.
The originals.
I Robot is a
okay,
great movie.
I, Robot.
Bad Boys is a great movie.
Bad Boys
can you
2?
Can you just read through the list of Will Smith movies and see where Zach went off track here?
The original
What is my
for
computer
the
doing?
the original is better than I Am Legend.
What the fuck is going on? with this
Unanimously.
computer? All right.
Easy.
Actors. Here we go. We got to go
Start with- no,
all
just
the
start
way
with-
back.
start with Bad Boys,
No,
'cause
no,
it was-
no.
it's
We
just
got to
Fresh
go
Prince
back.
before
All
that.
right.
Okay.
Okay. Fresh Prince. Independence Day. Men in
Let's
Black.
go slower. Let's go slower.
Okay. Okay.
Fresh
okay.
Prince. I made my
Mhm, mhm.
case.
Yeah.
Independence Day. I'm giving you.
Bad
giving
Boys.
You Men in Black. Bad
We're
Boys
not
is,
even
like,
at Bad
all
Boys
right.
yet. What about Enemy of
You
the
already
State?
passed
We
Bad
already
Boys.
passed it.
Oh
Yeah.
shit. Okay.
Bad Boys is good, but like, it's just like another buddy cop movie.
But like Bad Boys redefined the buddy cop movie. It's also Michael Bay has a lot to do with it, but like it kind of laid a blueprint for the summer car cop
I'll give you that.
blockbuster.
Yeah, the
I'll give
action
you
of
that.
it all. Yeah,
Yeah.
the R-rated one.
I
yeah.
will
Because
gladly.
like Beverly Hills Cop, right, or Lethal Weapon would be something similar, but those are so much more like, I don't know, like character driven, I guess maybe is the good word, and like Bad Boys is like the soundtrack and the explosions.
It's just
and
a great. That's like a great
chase
'90s
scenes and-
movie.
Yeah, it's,
I prefer the Rush Hour movies.
Okay.
well, hey,
Those are funny.
you're not gonna find a big argument between us about
Yeah.
Rush Hour. Okay,
I'm just throwing
I
that
mean,
out there.
that's-
Like
we're on
in
that
terms
side.
of the Bad Boys,
All right,
I
all
would
right.
go to Rush Hour.
Okay, Enemy of the State.
That's fine. It's okay.
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
okay.
really worth mentioning.
Okay.
It's okay.
Not his bigger one, but yeah. And then you get into there's the Wild Wild West, right?
Yep.
And Bagger Vance.
Come on, stop it.
Yeah. Ali. Come on. He plays
Ollie's
Muhammad Ali.
great.
I mean, until I see Jamie Foxx's Tyson, I can't comment.
Okay. And then we have Men in Black 2.
The worst movie ever.
Yeah, I've done
A
one.
top 10.
Which one is the Men in Black 2?
It's the one with the girl as his partner. What's her name? Is his partner.
Oh yeah, it's like Johnny Knoxville has the head coming out of the
yeah,
backpack.
yeah,
it's-
yeah.
Yeah, that one's no good.
Terrible.
That one's no good.
Okay. Rosario Dawson is his
Okay.
partner. Okay. Bad Boys 2.
Yeah. Still
I like
fun.
Bad Boys 2 more than I like Bad Boys 1,
Yeah.
personally.
They're both good.
iRobot.
Love it.
It's one of
Good
my
one.
favorite movies.
Shark Tale sucks.
Love it.
Okay. Hitch,
Yeah.
amazing. Pursuit of Happiness.
Love it.
Yeah,
Oscar
okay.
Oscar nominee.
I Am Legend, good.
Love it.
Hancock, underrated.
Definitely underrated.
Underrated.
Yeah. Asshole superhero before the boys.
7 Pounds,
Well, that's when it starts to get crappy after then.
sure. But then Zach loves Men in Black 3.
Right.
It's a great movie.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Okay. I didn't see After Earth.
Nobody
No,
did.
you did.
I don't even.
You didn't
Focus
even
was fun.
You didn't even remember he was an Anchorman too.
No, yeah.
Yeah,
Focus.
Focus was a fun
I
one.
don't remember. Suicide Squad's bad,
Yep.
Yeah.
but I don't blame that on Will Smith.
He was trying to make it good, and he just
just
too
couldn't.
bad. Yeah.
What about Concussion? I didn't see Concussion.
filmed in Pittsburgh?
I did not see Concussion either.
I did not see Concussion. What about Bright? Bright did well enough to have a
Bright
sequel.
is underrated. I really like Bright.
Okay.
I really liked it.
It's just not my speed.
And then Aladdin, he's set up to fail in Aladdin.
Steph says he's the only person I was cool with replacing Robin Williams as Genie. And I mean, those are big shoes to fill.
Right, but I think about that. Any of the Disney remakes, they're set up to fail. Like Lion King has Beyonce and Donald Glover in it, and I'm like, yeah, I know this is gonna
forgot
suck.
they even did that.
Right. So,
Okay.
I think Aladdin's doomed to fail, and then Gemini Man.
Yeah, it was a bust.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, again, the last 10 years or so have really gone downhill for Will, but he still is Will. You know, like his
But this
movies haven't
isn't
been
like
good, but
if Bright is in 2017, that's really not that long ago.
yeah.
You know, like he may not be turning out, like he may not be on the run he was on in the 90s, but I also don't think that he's like a you give up on him kind of guy.
No, I think his time has passed. I
Man.
know that he is trying to be this big like internet personality now,
Mogul.
but it just seems like he's giving us the Will that the people respond to, and I'm not sure that's actual Will Smith. And
Interesting.
I think Jada would agree.
Well, that's a whole nother scenario.
Yeah. I think Will's just gotten bigger in the sense of like he's not just a movie star anymore. He's trying to do all these other different things now. Like he has all these other ventures and he's becoming like a brand and like building out his empire, you know. So I think he's definitely like him as a movie star is declining, but he's still Will.
I also think I like two things. I like Steph's comment that he has the energy. Maybe not the comedy anymore, but he still has the energy.
But the energy just seems like fake.
Yeah,
I can't
I
get
get a
behind
sense of
it.
that
Fake.
sometimes.
Could be fake. The other thing, though, I think, and I don't know how much you want to say this has to do with his legacy and overrated, underrated, but like his kids are about to entertain us for the next how many years?
Are
I
they?
hope not.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah.
Who are they entertaining?
Like Jada or not Jada?
No, but who are they entertaining?
There's definitely some kind of audience for them.
the younger generation loves
Yeah.
them.
I could see that.
Well, we're fucked. So.
Social media stars and whatnot.
They
I mean,
really
Willow's
are.
not making music anymore, thank goodness. But
Right.
yeah, they're both very unique, and I think they have their own audiences.
And then is the kid from Detective Pikachu his kid?
Justice Smith?
No. Okay. All right.
No, it's just Jaden and Willow, and then Trey's not in anything. But
Okay.
yeah, I mean that's like a family empire now. They got the Red Table Talk on YouTube or Facebook, which is a big thing. So even Jada's getting back into the mix.
Shout out Jada though.
Yeah.
Metal band, Wicked Wisdom.
Yeah. But Jaden is like, is a TikTok star, is an internet star. He is an influencer, and then Willow is whatever, but she's getting there. You know what I mean? Like,
unrelated, but isn't Jada in the Matrix?
She is.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Shout out.
Matrix 4 coming out. Shout out Matrix 4.
There you go. So
what are you guys saying? Overrated, underrated,
Bob,
solidly rated?
fairly rated,
Fairly?
definitely.
he's the man.
Yeah.
I don't know what you want to do with that. Overrated, underrated, rated, but he's the fucking man.
Wait a minute. When we were going through his film credits, is he not in Independence Day 2?
He
No.
is not. Because that movie was a big piece of shit, and he's like, I don't want to be a part of this. Actually, I didn't see Independence Day 2, but it looked terrible.
I heard it was bad.
It doesn't have Goldblum.
It has Goldblum.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
He's like the main guy now.
Yeah.
And then it has Liam Hemsworth is a fighter, like Chris Hemsworth's little brother is a pilot, and then it's Will Smith's son, not his son in real life, but like the person in the movie is supposed to be his son, and the aliens come back.
I
And
didn't
Bill
see
Pullman's in
Independence
it. That's good, but I don't think he gives any speeches.
Well, then fuck.
Yeah.
Then fuck.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, not worth it.
That has been thoughts from the movies on the movie Hitch. All-time classic.
All time.
I love it. As
Sneaky,
far as
underrated
romance,
movie.
yeah.
People forget about it. Definitely one of the best of the rom-com genres. Yeah. Do you know what we're doing next week?
Fuck it. Yeah.
Okay.
Coming to America.
All right. Legendary. Arsenio Hall, Eddie Murphy. One of the ultimate comedies ever. Do you guys watch animated movies? Steph, we have watched one animated movie. I think, though, that Spirit of the Way needs to be on our short list here.
I've never seen it.
Oh, Spirited Away.
I'm sorry. What
I
did
thought
I
you said
say?
Spirit of the Way.
I probably did.
Spirited Away. Yeah.
Spirited Away.
We're not opposed to animated movies.
No, yeah. Also, like, just Finding Nemo.
Howl's Moving Castle. I don't know. Is that Studio Ghibli? I
Yeah.
don't know if that is.
I wouldn't
is it?
have it.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, we could always do.
Should
a
we do
Ghibli
an
movie.
animated movie next week?
We don't have to. We could. It's
I like that Rook said, yeah, what that guy asked, but it was Steph.
he probably saw Steph in one.
I
and
guess,
didn't see
I
the
guess.
3 IE there at the end.
I don't know. Do you want to do?
It's not my pick, so
It's your pick.
you don't have to decide right now. You can take a
I'm
beat.
not gonna let Steph bully me.
All right, don't let her
Coming to
bully you.
America.
Yeah, don't let that guy bully you.
Yeah.
yeah.
Tell the guy to back off.
She bullies us enough in other things. Do you? It's to do with an animated series.
Right on, brother.
Do you? Let's do this. Yeah, sure, whatever.
We don't do animated we don't do TV for the most part. We just do movies.
We're open to animated movies, though.
Yes,
Yeah, because
yes.
it's a movie-focused show.
Because we're gonna
Yeah.
have to do Toy Story. Because Justin and
Oh,
I
yeah.
have so many dumb inside jokes.
We need to time Pixar to like a Pixar release, though.
Yeah,
we
I
already
agree.
missed Soul.
I
but
agree.
Yeah, we'll get Pixar in there.
Don't you see the hat? I'm Mrs. Nesbit.
Oh, there's so many good ones.
So many good
I want
ones.
to go back and watch A Bug's Life.
Oh, yeah, that would
Shout
be
out.
good.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Coming to America then. The
Coming
OG.
to America, one of my favorites.
We got the second one coming out later here this year in a bit
Correct.
on Amazon, I believe.
Yep.
So good timing.
Awesome. All right, this has been Thoughts from the Movies. Next week we'll be back with Coming to America. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow at 6 for 2 Beers Deep.